Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is the first May Self Care Sunday. It has been a while, but it's been something I've said I was going to bring back for quite a while, and I'm so happy to bring back. This time around, I have a co host with me. And Miss Martha, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Martha. I'm the intuitive artist on YouTube and Instagram. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, so if I'm a little ditzy, that's why. So I used to have a channel. I had a channel, then I had another channel when there was different line, different person, different name. So yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Okay, so y'all, I have the yarn that I'm going to be working on today. I am working on a super secret project that I was working on before we went live that I was telling Martha about. But I'll give you guys a little hint. I know I kind of told you guys how I want to crochet clothing for myself. So that was kind of what I'm working on. And so I'm going to be filming that process and dropping that for y'all. But this yellow is for the blanket that is going to like semi-match this pillow for the throw on my couch. I'm going to start today, so that is what I'm going to be working on today. What about you?
I'm working on this drawing. I wanted to work on that painting, but like I told you, I need new brushes. The ones I have are horrible. So this is what I'm working on.
Look at that, y'all. Look at that. I'm so excited, like, to get to see it, like, in person, like, as you're doing it. Because, like, I know I'll get, like, the pictures that you'll send me and stuff, and I'll see you on, like, Instagram. But, like, to get to watch, like, real time is going to be super dope.
It's not as quick as my videos because I'm
right, of course. Okay, hold on, y'all. I had to grab. You can keep talking. I'm trying to grab my crochet hooks there.
I love time lapsing because it's fun watching myself draw something that fast. But yeah, it's an extremely long process in real time. So, yeah.
I believe it. Okay, so let's see. Which size do I want to go with today?
Hey, there's a Marta.
Oh, what's it in there? Oh, hey, Marta. Hello. How are you? Marta is also a crocheter. She did a timer with some crochet dinosaurs that she made. I have not gotten to the level where I can do that yet, so I am like super duper jealous slash like amazed. I think it's super dope. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with just under 6 millimeters.
I'm gonna be hitting. All I know is I'm gonna be hitting you up and fall for one of those slouchy hats. Those beanies.
Oh yes, one of those good like beanie hats. Yes.
And I'm talking about actually slouchy ones that like almost fall off your head.
Right, like, and then like sit back on the back, and you can have like your hair put into it. Yes.
Now, I used to have one, but I got it from Spencer. So having one made by a friend would be much cooler.
Right, of course. Yeah, I was telling Paul because okay, so y'all, I'm not gonna show y'all completely, but like, okay, so this is some of the yarn that I got at Dollar Tree, and it feels all soft and like semi velvety. Of course, it's not because it's Dollar Tree. But I think I'm going to make him like a little beanie because I'm working on the blanket for him and whatnot, and it's gonna be good. But like, it's not something you're gonna take with you everywhere. You could take with you a lot of places, and like, we're not in scarf weather. But a hat, you can wear a hat anytime, whenever. So I haven't figured out how to like master the magic circle, and that's kind of how you start hats in crochet. So that's gonna be something I'm working on this month for sure. And then Anya's here. Hello, my fellow fictioneer who I streamed on her channel a little earlier today. So I got some words in with her, and now I'm like, okay, let me relax. Also, y'all, I got my peppermint tea I told y'all I was gonna get because, like, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Ian, hello. Hi, I'm from the UK. I'm going to be checking in with my story ideas, seeing which one or ones I'm drawn to at the moment. Ooh, all right. What are you working on? Like, are these all ideas towards one story or like multiple stories? Let us know. Kaylee, hello. So for those of you guys who don't know, I will be a part of an all-day write-a-thon on Saturday, May 8th. It is being hosted by the lovely Kaylee Tiny Scribe. It will be for the Trevor Project. It's a fundraising stream. So in each description box, there'll be a link for you to be able to donate if you have it. I want to say our goal is $250 for the day, and I think that's a pretty reasonable goal. I think we can make that happen. So definitely come on and check us out on Saturday. I know, right? Fancy seeing all of you guys here. Hey, love, how are you doing? How did camp treat you? How is May going? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, I'm feeling her hair right now.
Like, I know, right? Like just the curls, man. Curls for the girls. Curls for the girls. Okay, well, I'm just gonna start crocheting. So if you just want to start going at it whenever you're ready.
It was such a good idea. It's just like I have multiple cameras. I'm gonna use them.
Right. I love it. Oh, also, y'all, let me remind y'all in case y'all missed it on Anya's channel. It is storming here in Oklahoma, and like the power's already flickered once. So if I just disappear for a little bit, Martha will hold down the fort, and I'll be back with y'all as soon as possible.
I'll hang with the cool kids. Okay, so you should make like a summer dress. That would be cool.
A summer dress? Oh no, it's definitely on like my goals thing. And like there's a girl that I follow on Instagram, and she does like crochet alongs and gives like advice and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's definitely something I'm considering for sure. You know what? I just did that all the way wrong. See, it's been so long since I've done I've been doing corner to corner so much lately. It's been so long since I've done a granny square.
Yeah, I did. There was one point in time where I tried to learn how to crochet, and I mean, I made a hat. I forgot what kind of hat it was, but it was a while ago. And I was just kind of like, nah.
Yeah, no. So the first few times I tried to crochet were like a freaking bust, but also YouTube wasn't the resource that it is now, and I didn't know the lady who I refer to as my adopted grandmother. I didn't know her at the time, and between her and YouTube was how I learned how to crochet.
See, my grandmother wasn't really into like crafts, but she taught me how to cook. Like that is a skill that I got from her. I cook better than my mom does. So
I don't see. It has been so long since I've done this because again, I don't know what I was doing. How do I? Yeah, I know what it is. Y'all. Okay, I was just over here putting double crochets in the middle of the circle, thinking that's what. No, you gotta do it, chain 2, then do 3 double crochets, then chain 2. I was like, why is it not going around the circle like it's supposed to? It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute.
Being all high maintenance.
Right.
See, that's the problem. That's why I can't learn how to crochet, because I'm high maintenance. So I can't be doing things that are high maintenance.
Honestly, the hardest part is like even like as long as I've been doing it now, and as as much as I do it, is like I always get tripped up starting a project, and then once I get like the first couple of rows going, it's like, oh look, I'm watching Frasier and crocheting at the same time. Like, yeah. But like starting off, I always like, wait, what did I used to do when I started this?
I mean, that's the same thing. Like whenever I'm doing art, I'm not actually okay. So you know how I told you that I'm a channeler. So when I'm doing art, I don't do it most artists do, where they're sitting there like, planning out every line and doing everything. I'm literally an intuitive artist, which is why it's my YouTube channel's name. So I go into my zone of complete no thought, and I'm on autopilot. So I don't even, like, a lot of times I won't even know what I'm doing until I'm done.
Right, right. I like that. See, and that's how I want to get with creating on when I'm creating crochet items, like when I'm coming up with patterns. Because right now I just do patterns and colors, not patterns and stitches, because I'm not like I haven't grown to that level yet, but it's definitely something I've been thinking about.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jabria, hey, how are you? I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. I am so excited about the Trevor Project Write-a-thon this weekend. Jabria is one of the co-hosts, so you guys definitely make sure you check that out. The playlist is on Kaylee's channel, so FYI. Nell says, thanks, y'all. I'm working on my work in progress, trying to get this chapter done. Camp was I feel that. No, it was okay, but May is busy and I'm ready. Right? No, May has a lot going on. There are so many different like projects and things going on this month that I'm a part of, and I'm like, don't get overwhelmed. But I'm hoping that it keeps me so busy that I don't get as distracted by the things going on in the world as I did like this past month. So I'm hoping that's a thing. Jabria says, spent this morning doing a brain dump of all my little plot bunnies, and now I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to rock with. Ooh, I like that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, I definitely want when you get some free time to like do some crocheting again, because it's been a while. I'm trying to do it again. I'm trying to pick it back up. I started a few years ago, but like, yeah, man, honestly, it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm like sitting and watching TV for real, like no lie. Okay, so y'all, I got the first circle of the beginning done. So now I'll get on the second one. I feel like by the time we get done, I'll probably have like a good 10-inch square done. It also doesn't help that I'm effectively trying to craft a plot around a love interest. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Was, in my past life, we'll call it my past life. You don't craft the plot around the love interest. You craft the love interest around the plot. So
that's funny. Yeah, past lives and whatnot. Just Eva, hey, hello. It's good to see you. Hope you are having a great Saturday. What just happened? Oh, okay. I was like, what? Something just happened on my screen. Okay, so 1, 2, make the corner inside. One of my favorite things to do when I'm stuck on writing is crochet to scene appropriate music and let my brain daydream. I like that.
okay, that's what I do when I'm stuck on a drawing, or like I can't seem to find the, not motivation, but the psychic kick. We'll call it the psychic kick to do my art. I'll turn on a song, and if it's the right song, all of a sudden it just comes back like a freaking stampede of horses.
Yeah, that kind of works for me with writing. Like I'll put on, and y'all, if you watch my channel, y'all know I love this girl. I'll put on an Alina Perez album, and just let her like voice take me away. And then if I'm doing real good, I'll just have like her album will go off, and then they'll start to generate a playlist of people who sound like her, and then I'm just vibing, and it's a whole story. It's a whole story. Hey,
That's what
almost
used to happen with me. I used to create playlists around my characters, and like certain songs, I would just write thousands upon thousands of words off of one song.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. See, and this is why everybody tells me like I need to get a winder, and I am not denying that at all. But also, I need to remember to pull from the middle because having to do this every few seconds is so annoying. So annoying. It's going pretty all right. There's rain forecasted. Hoping it shows up. A rainy day vibe sounds good for today. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a rainy day vibe. I got my leggings on. I'm chilling like in my Tupac t-shirt, legs crossed on the couch, crocheting and chit chatting with y'all. Like rainy day vibes, 110%.
And here, the sky is blue, clear, and the sun is death. I live in the desert, so
Yeah, nah. I don't live in a desert, homie.
I don't plan on living in the desert much longer myself.
Right. It's like, I'm not gonna be here too much longer either, homie.
I was born here. That's about as far as it's gonna go.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely rainy here. See, Marta, I gotta get there because counting stitches, like that's something I am just not good at. And that's why I stick to corner, and why did I do that 3 times? It's supposed to only be two. Um that's why I stick to corner and granny square because I don't have to count nothing. Unless I'm like trying to like switch patterns with the colors. So like, oh, 3 rows of this color, 3 rows of that, or whatever. But outside of that, I don't have to count stitches, and it's lazy, and I know it, and I want to do better in 2021. Is what I'm saying. I want to do better.
I think everybody wants to be better. Like
Eva said, looking fab, Martha. I missed a lot, but it looks like you're doing well. Digging this art.
Thanks, Eva. But yeah, I've decided that I want a refund for the last 2 years.
That you want to what?
A refund for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, bruh, man. Pretty much, if you could take me, like knowing everything I know now, and like you take me back to 2018, I'd honestly be happy.
I don't think actually I would probably want to go back all the way to. This is sad, but I go all the way back to like 2009. Everything that happened.
If we went back as far, if we could go back as far as 2009, bro, I'd make so many decisions different, like right off the top, like so many off the top, and like, bruh, so many. Oh man, yeah, no, I could deal with going back 2009. Like that would put me at I'd be 18, turning 19 at the end of the year. I could deal with that. I could deal with that.
21, 22, something like that.
Right. Like, I could deal with that. There's some things I could handle. I could redo at that time. But if it's like I can't go back that far, then just take me back to the start of 2018.
Mine would probably be the start of 2018. Was it 2018? Yeah, because that was when I made other bad decisions. Well, not bad; they were necessary, but decisions that weren't for my greatest good, we'll say.
Right, and it's like if I could change those just a little bit, like
just a little bit,
just a teensy bit, I'd be fine with that.
But you know what they say: everything happens for a reason.
Exactly right. You know it. You know it.
2020 and 2021.
Eva is saying I clicked on it, but it's taking forever to show up on my screen. I don't think I've ever seen your work on paper before, only digital.
Oh, that's actually what I started with. Obviously, everybody does. But the point is, that was my original. I only went digital because, honestly, I thought career-wise that was a good option, even though I didn't want to. Traditional art's always been a preference. Kind of like, being an author wanting real books versus digital books. It's not the same.
Right. I feel that. I use a scrap piece of yarn to mark the first stitch of each row. That way, if I get lost, I can always backtrack to the row starting point without losing the short. See, and that's why I was like, I want to buy some stitch markers. And I was like, maybe if I had cute stitch markers, it would make me feel better. So I've been following a lot of like black indie dyers on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, once I get like my money saved up, like this will be what I save my money up to buy myself for June. Like I'll buy these as like my treat to myself for accomplishing these goals type of thing. Eva, what were you asking? Do we have a favorite about? I wasn't quite sure if that was towards me or that was towards Martha. And then if it was,
I think it was towards me.
Huh?
I think it was towards me.
I thought it might have been too, but I wasn't entirely sure. So I was like, let me ask.
I'm sure she'll respond. Right. Either way, you got an answer.
Right. Somebody gonna answer your question.
I mean, you see how tedious this is, but I love it.
See, and you think this is tedious? Look, I'm already at like my 4th row.
See, that's the type of tedious that I can't handle. I can't do it. I just
okay, like yeah. You have a favorite versus digital. Got you. Yeah. You answered it too. So there you go.
But like I said, I would have gotten like tired halfway through all of that. I would have been like, I'm gonna go to Ross and buy myself an outfit or something.
See, and that's why I was like, man, no, I just want to make. I would like if I could make my own clothes. Like you already see how much money I'm saving now that I know how to braid my own hair. Let me learn how to make my own clothes. I promise you, that would be what I did. Like, ooh, I want a new dress. Go make it, girl.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna learn how to sew. That didn't work out. I'm just not a sewer, crocheter. I'm a cook and an artist.
Like, yeah, you're not like a fabrics type of person, artist, like that kind of thing. I get it. Like we all have different things. Just like I love watching. Like I am obsessed with the Great Pottery Throwdown. But like even doing pottery at a wheel versus sculpting are like two very freaking different things.
Oh, yeah, I did
and like it's different. Like they all are different and require different talents and skill levels. So
yeah, I had to take sculpture, and then I was a student aide for the ceramics department. Mm-hmm. So it's a very different working with clay and sculpture versus working with ceramic on a wheel. Right. And I tried it, and it's like, I'm just not built for that kind of art. I'm built for more paper art.
Yeah. And I mean, you are freaking amazing at it. So, like, I mean, you found your thing. So,
I have realized I do enjoy cooking. I really enjoy baking. Like, I've realized recently, I love it. Like, I love making bread by hand. I don't have like an auto mixer, and I don't have a bread maker. I like doing it by hand with yeast.
Okay.
It's very soothing. It's like like crochet for you. When I'm like annoyed or depressed, I'll go and knead some bread, and I just feel better.
Yeah. See, and I want to bake, and I've like talked about this too, like, cause I don't like I know how to follow instructions sometimes. Like baking is not necessarily my thing. But it is something that I want to do. Like I can cook my tail off. And like I feel like what I mean by I want to bake is I want to be one of those people that can like come up with a cake and like put their ingredients in it like I do with like a pasta dish. Does that make sense? Like that's what I mean by like bake.
Well, I mean I'm learning that right now because like I have recipes and I'll follow those recipes, but then the second time I make it, I'll glance at the recipe, but I pretty much go off of my instincts. I'm a very intuitive cooker. Like,
Right.
recipe, I'll use it the first time. After that, I go off of intuition. I go off of what I know something is supposed to taste like. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the point is, it just feels nice. Like, I am trying to get to the point where I can make vegan bread though, because I'm trying to become vegan. I'm vegetarian now, but vegan is hard to get to because eggs go in everything.
Man, and I'm not gonna lie, I love me some dadgum eggs.
I know I'm having a hard time letting go of the eggs, but I did get that one Indian salt, the black salt, has an eggy taste to it, so it'll make things taste like eggs.
Interesting. Yeah, I just put Paul onto Paul being the boyfriend, you guys, onto white pepper and like the taste that it has when I was making him some homemade macaroni and cheese over the weekend, and he was like, I like this. I was like, I know, man. They put me on it at this ramen spot. And now that like I can actually order it when I order my groceries, like I get it every few months. One, because I use it that often. It's gone quite fast. But I like spicy stuff.
Yeah. What was I'm gonna say? Oh yeah, with the bread, it's either you can put milk and eggs in it. I've seen people do both, but a lot of recipes will just be eggs and water and other things, or it'll just be milk and other things, or but I'm trying to get to a point where I know what to replace the eggs with, because milk you just replace it with almond milk or coconut milk or a different
right.
The eggs are the problem. Like replacing eggs, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, because I've pretty much dropped almost all animal stuff. Like I still use honey because I don't use a whole lot of sugar. Actually, sugar only honey. So that's another animal byproduct. So that's another one that I'm having a hard time with. I'm like, really?
Yeah. So Ian says Tajria is one of my favorite things to do because I have lots of creative ideas about the creative ideas. Good energy. Yeah, I'm wishing y'all good luck with that. And Anya says, I love cooking too, but my kids don't love my cooking so much. I'm not very good at it. Hey man, like no, cooking is one of those things that like you learn the more you do it. Like you start to learn like what things go together and like how seasoning needs to go. At least for me, like taste wise, like because first all I did when I first started cooking was just follow instructions. And then I got to the point where it was like actually understanding like flavors and stuff.
Yeah, I struggle a lot of times with some flavors because I have very sensitive taste buds. Like being an empath, I'm very sensitive to taste, heat, all of that. So a lot of times I'll season something and I'll give it to someone in my family, and black folks and their seasonings, it's not strong enough. But my thing is just like I base that off my taste buds. I can't do highly seasoned food. I just cannot do it.
Right. And everything's not gonna taste the same to everybody, right? Sarah says, hey guys, I miss you all so much. I know it's been a while. I've been going through a separation with my husband. It's been so rough. Being able to make the live stream is a highlight. Well, I am so glad that you're here. We have definitely missed your smiling face. Especially, me, I always love looking at avatars. So super glad that you're here. We're just chilling, self-care Sunday, how we usually do. I am about, I want to say 6 rows deep now into this blanket that I'm starting. So I think I honestly, so I've been thinking as I've been crocheting, like, is this like big enough and then start doing the orange, or do I just really want to get to like a full 10-inch square and then put the orange in there? Y'all tell me what y'all think I should do. Should I switch colors after this row, or should I keep making it more yellow? The comments win, whatever ends up being the most, and I'll give y'all till the 45 to get answers in. Y'all get to decide how this blanket ends up. Look at that. Hi, my love. Thank you so much. I didn't skip your comment. It was right under hers on the screen, my love. I didn't skip it. It's right there.
Mouse shut, but I'm gonna tell you after we get off the screen what I was about to say.
I know what you're gonna say. So right as I'm about to click it, I see the text come up from my phone because Signal on the computer, and it's like, you skipped I didn't skip it, my love. I love you. I didn't.
Just ignoring him.
Yeah, but like this is also what I love. Like, you are definitely at work watching my stream right now. Like that's love. That's love right there. I appreciate it.
Or you just not wanting to work.
You know what? Shut up. It's like, no, maybe you just don't want to work right now. I can't stand you. What does Sarah say? Check out Laura in the kitchen here on YouTube. I learned to cook from her and my husband who loves my cooking a lot. Oh, nice. Nice. I haven't ever checked out that channel. I'm gonna have to check that out too.
Yeah, cooking is just fun. Like it just is.
It is fun. It is definitely fun. Honestly, the like worst part about cooking for me now is just the dogs in the kitchen. Like as soon as I'm in the kitchen, it's like, oh snap. We gotta be in here too.
Oh my cat, she does the same thing. I mean, obviously she's one of the best behaved cats ever. She's a human, I swear. She doesn't eat human food.
Yeah.
But she'll sit in the kitchen and she'll stare at me like she's expecting something from me at that moment.
Oh, yeah,
like, you have water. What are you staring at me for?
Right. That's definitely Titan and Cleo. And like normally, like I can just look and they'll start to like back out of the kitchen. But occasionally Titan, y'all know how bold he is. Titan will just look like, if you don't say get out, I'm not getting out. Really, sir? Really? Okay, and Margie says I vote orange now. Okay, cool.
Boyfriend.
I know, right? It's like, I know I wasn't skipping you. Right, Laura in the kitchen. We'll have to check that out. Okay, so Marta says orange now. What's your vote? Orange now or orange later? Because it's like, how many rows deep? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, it's only 4 rows deep. This is dang. Well, I am using a 5.75 millimeter hook. That's why it's so big. I was like, why is it so big then? Eva be knowing, right? You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here.
Reasons.
Kenny said, why hello? I love it.
Like she didn't just say boyfriend. Like, oh, hello.
Right. Why hello? I love it. Orange sounds good now. I mean, okay. So we got 1 more minute. That's 2 for orange. Did you say which one?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What? Oh, sorry. I was distracted. Orange. I'll just go along with everyone else.
You go along with everybody else? Okay, cool.
I'm not typically a follower, but today I will be a follower.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. I'm typically a follower. Get mad. Oh, it's not get mad with Cat the Lad anymore. It's Cat the Secret Mario Lad. Hi, my lovelies. This is your reminder to hydrate, posture check, etc., because you deserve this self-love. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put a pillow behind my back once I go grab this orange, because apparently the orange is in the other room. Also, this peppermint tea is exactly what I needed.
I'm always hydrated. Because I have this cup. I mean, it's glitter. So I'm always hydrated. Because you should have seen me when I got this and I showed this to Jay. She was just like, you are extra. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, no, that's a super extra glittery cup. It's super extra.
And extremely extra glitter. Like, I would probably have rainbow curtains too.
Yeah.
I just haven't bought any.
I probably have rainbow curtains too. Okay, so I'm finishing my drink and then I'm gonna go on a walk because it's nice out right now, and then I need to finish cleaning, organizing my room. Yeah, so I remember I remember I was telling you guys we have been, redoing stuff in my apartment and whatnot, and so like we started in my bedroom and then like I just had like a couple of weeks where I just was not feeling it. So this week, my goal is to like get all the shelves and everything figured out and reorganized because I would like to have like a mini workout area in my bedroom now. Like I just want to use the space so much better than I have been. So yeah. Right? Because I'm definitely a little hunched over. Like, let me sit up. Let me sit up and put this pillow behind my back. Give me some support. Thank you. Right. We appreciate it. It's the good looking out.
Like subtlety is like the 1988.
I tried all my life and never succeeded.
I'm like far from subtle. I'm that person walking down the street and instead of like tripping on a rock, I'll trip on nothing because drama.
Oh, I'm just super clumsy. Like, if he's still in here, he can attest to this. I be walking in the walls. Like, I don't know why he always makes me push the basket when we go to Walmart because like I'm gonna hit like 4 or 5 end caps. Like I do well not to hit people, but like if it's a rack, who knows? Who really knows? I'm always hydrated. I wish you could have seen the side eye I just gave my laptop because most people lie when they say that.
Look, you don't know me, you don't know my life.
You don't know my life? Oh my gosh. What's this? Marta says, I just went to fetch some water. They said, right? Like we always need the reminder. We always need the reminder. What's this? My computer is being slow. She's not like other girls. She's clumsy. Like, yeah, nah, I'm super duper clumsy, y'all. And I just own it. I just own it. It's just a thing that I am. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go grab this orange. I will be right back.
It's just
the two of us.
just really. I haven't heard that song in forever.
All right, I brought y'all a treat to y'all. Get to see the boyfriend's unfinished blanket, where it's at. Since y'all kind of like I talked about it in one of the vlogs. Okay, so his is made out of this super soft, chunky yarn, and so like it's corner to corner. So yeah, but we ran out of yarn, as you can obviously see. So I'm gonna finish squaring it off. Like if you, I don't know, yeah, you can see like this part is straightening. So we're gonna square it off and then put a border around it, and then he'll be rocking my stuff at his job, you all. But this has been my first like chunky crochet that I've ever really done, so I'm super excited to see how it turns out.
Just like marking her territory, but with class.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Oh, that's all mine, boo. All mine. You didn't see that blanket I made him?
I'm gonna smack you upside the head with it if you don't move.
Man, it's heavy. Like I could definitely smother you with this thing if I were that type of person. Not saying I am.
Love and light.
Love, peace, flowers and rainbows. Yep. Okay, let's.
Okay, that's just not gonna work.
Yeah, I think of the Will Smith one too first. Because that was the first one I ever heard, and then I found out it was a.
I never heard the other one, so.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, he's the only one who's ever sang it. I don't care what anyone says. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with music because it's awesome, obviously, but it also
Right.
loves to remind us how old we are.
Very true. Right, like when that one song came out, but all the rest of us heard "Nuck If You Buck," like, and we're like, "What is this? This is a whole different song." Yeah, I feel that.
Well, I'm just sitting here like I start hearing people talk about oldies, and they're talking about music that came out in the '90s. I'm like,
That's not
what?
an
That is
oldie.
not an oldie.
Throwback, maybe, but not an oldie.
No. Oldies are like the 50s and 60s. Okay, I don't care. But nobody says.
I'd even maybe say 70s, depending
Maybe
on what you were saying, but definitely not 80s and 90s. That's just throwback.
they don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, y'all, there's that orange.
That looks nice. You know what look nice? Purple, but that's just because I'm biased.
Oh yeah, no. I've already decided. I can't wait. So, this month I'm doing the books and hooks, which will be like my reviews while I'm crocheting. So it'll be like me doing this and then just talking about the book and giving y'all my thoughts and whatnot and why I rated it what it was. Well, since this month blanket is like yellow and orange, I'm doing all the books that have like yellow prominently or orange prominently in their colors. Well, there's like three books that have like black as a prominent color, and then like a couple of them have purple as like a what is it called, like an accent color. So
Yeah.
I want to use that one because I want to use it for Wings of Ebony and when Lazelle's book Bloodlight Magic comes out to use that as the blanket, like the inspiration for it, I guess. So I've already been deciding on a purple blanket to come up. Like I haven't done one. Like I have a lot of blankets that I've made for people and in this house, but like none that is like dominantly purple, I don't think.
I just love purple. It's like the best color ever.
Right? Her face is coming in nicely.
This is like the always the first thing I do whenever I'm doing art. Like I have to have the face in first.
Yeah.
I actually think most artists are like that. I think it's just a thing. Because in art school they teach you to start with the background and then work to the foreground. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a client.
Anya says, "My friends, it's getting late here in Germany. I will now go to bed. It was so relaxing to watch you two. Now I'm ready for bed. See you soon. Yay! I'm so glad you could join us. Thank you for the love all the way over in Germany. For those of you guys who don't know, Anya is author AS Renner, and she has her own YouTube channel. Definitely make sure you check her out. We will be streaming together as the Three Fictioneers on Michael's channel on Friday at 2:15 Central, 3:15 Eastern. So definitely make sure you check that out as well. You have a good night, my friend, and sleep well. Everybody saying bye and sleep well. Y'all are so sweet. Also, this is giving me ideas for the things I need to include in blankets and burglary because it's a crochet circle mystery, so I need to include some crocheting in there, obviously. Um, so maybe I can do this. Maybe she starts a YouTube channel towards the end of the series or something.
Okay.
Now the question is, how many rows of orange do I do?
First world problems.
Right? Now we got the color. How thick does this stripe need to be?
Man, I love this thing. This freaking this electric eraser. It gives me
Oh,
a
the electric eraser? Yeah.
done.
I was like sketching the other day because I was like, I told her I was going to try to sketch regularly because I want to get better. And she said, that's what I need to do to get better. And I was erasing and I was like, I bet this is why she has an electric eraser.
No. Mostly I use for like
Oh, out
details.
like so much eraser mess and like it still was like it's not gone enough.
Well, it's mostly for more detailed stuff, like right where I was doing it, where you
Mhm.
Okay, so to create the illusion of three dimensionality on the darker side, you have to have like a little stripe of light there because it's a reflection thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I use it for, to like put that little line there that's really thin. That's mostly what the electrical eraser is for.
Okay.
So it's just like details of removing stuff without having to rub the paper so hard.
Nice. Marta says I should probably start heading to bed too. Bye everyone. Thanks for the nice company. Thank you so much for joining us, Martha. Marta, it was great seeing you. I hope we get to see you again soon. Marta also has a channel, so definitely check her out. I know sometimes she co-hosts with Michael, and she also has a lovely crochet dinosaur timer that is like the cutest thing ever. So check it out. Also, Martha, that looks amazing. I looked away and suddenly, wow, the skin is all filled in.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Sleep well. Ian, how is your Andrea? How are you guys' story idea choosing situation coming along? Have you guys decided? Are y'all working on something? Let us know.
Tell us the stuff.
Right. Kelly says, I spent far too long today making aesthetics for new novel ideas for after I finish my current work in progress. Oh, that is awesome. I need to work on some mock covers for the next Wattpad story. Um, so thank you for that reminder to put on my to-do list of things to do this week.
Your long.
I'm working in another tab while I listen. Ah, nice. There any plans for the next poetry slam? Yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking that in July, since it'll be camp, like doing like another like mid camp break for open mic night would be fun, and then that give people time to work on stuff and whatnot. Because I know there's like a write-a-thon in June going on and stuff like that. So but yeah, I'm open to any suggestions on time frames from anybody that's interested and whatnot for sure. Because it's definitely something I like to do more of. Because it was just a really fun night. What? Triple B in the house. Hey, love. How are you doing? I hope everything is good your way. Hope you're, staying safe and healthy out there and everything is positive. What does Jabria say? I've narrowed it down to three ideas. Number one, the magic realism, witchy work in progress. I've mentioned a few times. Nice. The friends to lovers short story or a second chance romance. So okay, make sure I understand. Second chance is like, yeah, they dated once, it didn't work out, they meet again later on in life and try it
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is. I love second chances, especially the ones where it was a misunderstanding. Where like I know a lot of people don't like the misunderstanding thing, but I find it funny, so I enjoy those.
Yeah.
They broke up because they assumed something that didn't actually happen.
Right, 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 right. Kaylee says, I also got my second COVID jab today. No symptoms yet. Hope that continues. Well, that's good. Glad you're not having any symptoms. That would be sucky.
That's always a positive.
Triple B says, I got my second shot today and I'm fucking dying right now. Ooh, dang. But just wanted to say hi. No writing for me. Back to bed in a hot minute. Yeah, nah, I'm done writing for the day. I'm crocheting my tail off though. Although I definitely slowed down and since I switched to the orange for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Cause
You're not
yellow.
vibing with the orange.
You said what?
You're not vibing with the orange. That's all.
I know, right? Um Also, I don't know. The yarn feels weird. It feels different from the yellow for some reason. Even though I know it's the exact same brand, I don't know why it feels different. But
Some guys
I'm
change.
definitely interested in both the second chance romance and the magic realism, just because I've been talking about magic realism a lot lately. Me and Michael were having like a conversation about it. So yeah. Hey, Jules, how are you? I hope you are having a fantastic day. I know you were streaming earlier, and I was like streaming, and then this happened, and so I missed it. But I am so glad that you made it. I hope you are having a great Sunday and getting ready for a very good week. Da-da-da-da. Just Eva says. Uh, my mister is gonna be going back to work sometime in the coming weeks. I have no idea what our schedule will look like, but I'll make it unless it's midday more than likely. Yeah, no, it'll definitely be at the end of the day, like in the evening time. It won't be middle of the day. Won't necessarily be as late as it was this last time for sure, because that was during a 10K day. But ooh,
Yeah, the only reason I think you're doing this as early as we are is because I personally go to sleep at like 8 o'clock my time. So I wind down around 4 o'clock my time. So if you had to do it earlier, because I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, guys.
right. And honestly, like self care Sunday streams were always during the day, anyways. Unless like something happened during the day and I needed to like reschedule for the end of the day. But usually they were during the middle of the day on Sundays, anyways, like afternoon time frame. So no worries, I'm not tripping. Laura says, "Hi all, or hey all, help! I'm commissioning art of for horror holiday cards. My short stories will be inside the cards." Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Well, I can't really say anything. The artists need that money. I
Right,
always support giving artists money. Okay.
right. Always, 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 always. Uh, Eva says, "Congrats to both of you on job number two. I got Johnson Johnson days before it was recalled. When it was Thursday is 4 weeks." Jabria says, "Yep, in this case, they were high school sweethearts. She left to pursue life outside their little town, then returns as an accomplished insert profession here, and they reconnect." Nice. I always love insert things here when you're like, I know what this is supposed to be, but I don't know exactly what I want it to be. So I'll come back to this at a later date. That is so me.
Oh yeah, I used to do that. I used to be like, there was a kid that in one of my stories that I wrote that I hadn't named yet, so I just
Uh-huh.
put boy.
I would just do insert name here, insert last name here, like coach, insert last name here. Yeah, it took me forever to come up with Coach Davis for She just never went to college, but now she exists and she's a thing. And I couldn't imagine her name being anything else.
See, that's the thing is all my major characters all had names. It was that one character that I still hadn't had a name for out of
Yeah.
everybody.
Jules says, "I'm making progress on the work in progress, and that makes me happy. Also, it's also a cleaner draft than most of my first drafts. Hooray!" And honestly, I feel like that kind of happens the more that you do them, and the better you get at crafting and like getting your story together. Like I've noticed that I write a lot cleaner drafts than I did a year ago. Ironically, this plot for those is super similar. It just boils down into if I want to weave magic in.
And
Okay.
always vote for magic because magic.
Right. I be forgetting that I be having to mute these servers. Hard to believe we've already been doing this for an hour.
Okay, I think I need another copy.
I'm with Kaylee and Martha. Weave the magic in. Okay. So Laura says one of my holiday cards currently being illustrated. The mallow screamed in agony as his flesh softened and melted into the steaming hot cocoa he was currently drowning in. Monstrous eyes peered over the rim of the mug at his predicament. Methodically, they submerged him over and over with the cold metallic tip of a spoon, his lungs filled with the chocolatey fluid melting him from the inside as well. His sense of self disintegrated along with his body. Foam became his headstone. Ooh. Is this like a part of that story that we talked about before with the teapot, or is this a different one, or is it like similar or something? Let me know. I'm curious.
I'm just sitting here like I have some hot chocolate. I'm like, maybe I should drink it. Oh yeah, I'm on a diet again. I'm telling you, I've lost like 40 pounds, so I'm not gonna stop.
Right. No, if it's working, keep going.
My goal is to, well, I'm like 10 pounds or 13 pounds from my high school weight. So then after that, I'm gonna keep going down until I'm happy.
Kaylee says, "Well, how am I supposed to enjoy hot chocolate now?"
You see what Laura just said after that. Well, not after that, but after the, yeah, just look down.
Enjoy it maniacally.
Apparently I can't speak, so.
Okay, this is different from the cursed teapot. Okay.
Enjoy it manically. See, she knows what she's talking about.
Right.
What time is it? Oh, it's 2:15. Sorry, I'm just like, when you're like, your brain is like going a bunch of different directions all at the same time and you forget what you're doing. That's what just happened.
I have the marshmallow, gingerbread, candy cane, and Easter bunny ones commissioned now, two in each style: horror, watercolor, illustration style, and tarot style. Oh wow! I'm intrigued. I can't wait to see what that looks like once you're all done.
I want to create a tarot deck at some point because you know me and I manically collect them. I might as well make one.
Right.
I have a ridiculous amount of tarot decks. I think I have.
Well, you know how I feel about the spirit animal ones. So
Oh yeah, that one is still
one
beautiful.
of those. And it would be dope if you did like a mystical animal tarot one. So it's not like just like what would it be if you got a unicorn or a dragon? You know what I mean? Like I think that could be cool.
I have Oracle decks, but I've found that I prefer to read tarot decks because
Uh-huh.
Oracle decks are, unless you go by the actual book's meanings, they're a little bit more intuitive, so they take a little bit more psychic energy to read. The tarot, generally, you if you know the meanings of the card, then spirit, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, will pull the card that they know that you already know the meaning to. So tarot's a little bit easier.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like read them or nothing. I just like looking at them on other people's screens because I don't even own one of them.
Like I said, I own one, two, three, four, five, six. I own 6 tarot decks and like I think I own like 7 oracle decks.
Okay.
Something like that. Oh, I don't know if I told you this. I mean, some of
Okay.
them might, but like the tarot decks also correspond to astrology.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Hermit card is Virgo. That's like my
Oh,
card.
okay.
Sagittarius is Temperance, I think. Yeah, I think Sagittarius is Temperance. Aries is the Emperor. Death is which one is Death? I cannot remember right now. The Devil Capricorn, but I can't remember what Death is.
I kind of resent that.
I know Death corresponds to Pluto. I just can't remember which sign it corresponds to.
Michael, it's so good to see you. How are you doing? Also, my tea is definitely cold, so I'm about to warm it up.
Well, you should be drinking it then.
You know what? Hush. I was crocheting.
Uh,
So, this is where it is so far. So, y'all can decide if y'all think, do I need to switch back to the yellow, keep going with the orange? Let me know. But yeah, this is where it is so far. So,
it's like a coaster. Well,
yeah.
actually, a
Yeah,
little
no,
big.
it's a little big. It's honestly about the size of like a pot holder.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's about the size of a pot holder right now. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of yellow, and then I am almost done with the third row of orange. And there's my tea. Be right back. Yay, I'm glad you did. I got my tea and it's hot. Y'all know. I ain't got no tea, but if I
Iced
did,
tea.
it would be hot. Hey, yeah, so got me some.
Yeah, I'm over here drinking iced tea because desert.
Right. It says it's 80 degrees outside, and it does look like it's gotten brighter since earlier, but it was supposed to rain, and I kind of wanted it to rain.
I think it's 90 degrees, good spring temperature.
You said 90.
Yeah, that's our spring temperature.
Ooh, child.
Just give it a month and we'll be like in the triple digits. That's summer.
Ooh. Yeah, last summer was awful. It was 90 degrees at like 9 o'clock at night here, and we couldn't go to the pool. I was like, you know what? This is not okay. I'm hearing that the swimming pools will be open this summer, and I'm so excited for that.
I really want to go to a pool, but I love
Right?
how
I lose so much weight when I can swim regularly.
I want to learn how to swim. That is something that I promised myself that I'm going to learn how to swim.
Yeah, so I learned how to swim underwater at like a camp when I was a kid, and then it took going swimming as an adult to learn how to swim overhand. So, and no matter how I'm swimming, I always start out underwater, and then when I can't take it anymore, I'll start swimming over water. All right, we're rewriting the witchy work in progress. Ow. Now to decide if I want to become a witchy romance or just a witchy contemporary. Ooh.
All the choices, just too many choices.
Right. All the choices that an author must make. It's a smooth 75 degrees here, and since it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days, I'm outside soaking up as much vitamin D as possible. That's awesome. I really need like an outdoors chair.
I really wish it was 75 degrees. That's like the best temperature ever.
75 degrees is the temperature that my house like stays on majority of the time. Like that is the perfect temperature for me.
It is perfect like that, and that's like, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm fine when it's in the 80s. It doesn't bother me too much. I start getting really uncomfortable when it starts going above 95.
See, I don't necessarily like the 80s, but mainly because like our humidity here is just
Oh, I can't do humidity. Like I die. Like I just cannot do humidity. I can't. We get humid for like a month out of the year, a month because of the monsoon season, which is
Mhm.
like 3 weeks. A good month would be an entire month. The bad one would be like 2 weeks of rain, if not less. And if the humidity is so bad for that 2 weeks,
Mhm.
I can't. So I couldn't live in a place that was always humid.
See, I didn't tell me what I should do on this blanket now. What I should do color wise. Now y'all got me doing this orange and yellow already. Uh, I also got to decide what my MC's powers are. Originally, she had premonitions of sorts, but I think I want to switch it up. Ooh, okay.
I vote for pyrokinetic, but that's just because I'm biased. It's like the best power ever.
You said pyrokinetic.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, fire starter. Pyro was one of my favorite X Men.
Mine was Storm, and then my other one was, well, not Jean Grey, the Phoenix. I know they're technically the same person, but
Right. No, I get what you're saying. Right.
not a huge fan of Jean Grey herself, but the Phoenix was awesome.
Mm.
Now, the male X Men, out of all of the guys, would probably be Xavier.
Are you adding any more colors to the blanket or sticking with orange and yellow? Good question. Okay, so I was thinking that like I would stick with orange and yellow, and then do a red around to like finalize the sunrise, I guess. But hey, I am up for whatever. Excuse me. I am up for like whatever ideas y'all throw out. I think I have some red yarn. There's so much yarn in there, y'all. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I.
It's like make a blanket that's like
Happy belated birthday! Okay, you guys. So I just love her page, and the fact that she is here is just like super duper awesome. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's Nigeri. I think I'm saying that right. I do apologize if I'm saying it wrong. But her channel is Onyx Pages, and yesterday was her birthday, but it was also my cousin's birthday, so I missed her live stream and have to go back and watch it. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are having a fantastic day, and that you and your wife have enjoyed your birthday weekend, and y'all have had a great time. Um, Jabria says the Phoenix is greater Jean Grey every day of the week. I feel that.
And the fact that you have to put old G, now I feel really old. I cannot. I just cannot.
What? You said what now?
She put old G animated X-Men.
Oh, I just started rewatching the OG animated X-Men, and it's only solidified how much I can't stand Jean Grey. Yeah, so are you watching? You're not watching the like teen ones, right? Where they're like teenagers?
Yeah, I think she's talking about the old one, the one that's
The
like
old one? Okay.
yeah, if she's talking about the teenage ones, then I'm gonna cry. I will
Right.
cry.
Right. Red sounds fun to add. Okay, so to add now or to add in the at the end. Let me know. I'm curious because you know this is a group effort. Oh
Just add
my
some red and then some
god.
purple. Just go
Thank
crazy.
you so much. I appreciate that. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's so cute. I didn't realize they had cute ones like that. I'm always used to like the pairs and stuff. I didn't realize they had that. Yes, happy belated for sure. And it's crazy too. So like, so yesterday is my cousin's birthday and Injuri's birthday, and today is my baby sister's birthday. And what's funny is, so like, biologically, I just have one sister, but I have a sister and a foster sister. Why are they both Tauruses? One's an April Taurus and one's a May Taurus. Like their birthdays are a week apart. It's crazy. Also, my best friend, his birthday is, or his big sister's birthday is today as well. And him and his big sister are the same amount of years apart as me and my little sister. Like it's crazy.
My mom's birthday is on the 10th.
You said what now?
My mom's birthday is on the 10th. My brother's birthday, I think, was a week ago, if I remember right.
Oh wow.
I don't remember their exact birthdays.
Thank you for the shout out. I'll be working with you. Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't wait.
Good, because I was about to cry.
Dries, I've never seen the teenage one, I don't think. I'm watching the 90s one. Okay. The teenage one I actually liked. I actually liked the teenage
like that
one.
better than the original one.
Right.
Only because it was I think the art was better for me. Like the art in the original was still good, but I like the art especially Rogue, because Rogue, the goth Rogue that they had in that one, I loved her.
It's
like the
Rogue
best.
was another character that I like loved from X-Men.
Yeah, she was one of my favorites. And Jean Grey was even worse as a teenager. She was like mean girl status. Like
oh my goodness, yes. And it was like in the teen one that I watched, like it did help me like understand her relationship with Cyclops a lot better, because they're like together because Wolverine isn't a thing at like the point that the show is going on. Yeah. So it's definitely like it gives you a better like understanding of their relationship, and like him and I want to say his brother, and then the character that eventually
still a fuckboy.
I feel like, I don't know. It's been a while, y'all. I haven't watched X-Men in a while, mainly because they've been disappointing me. Like, y'all told us y'all were gonna come back and fix all the things that was wrong, and y'all
don't even get me started on the original X-Men movies, because I almost do not even get me started. Like, they ruined Phoenix and they ruined Storm. I'm sorry, but you just don't know. No.
First of all, Storm was legit like a checkbox in every single one of those movies. Like, there's a black X-Men. It made me so mad. Like, it was like she had very little.
That they could have chosen any other. Like, I think Angela Bassett would have been a better.
Oh
X-Men.
my gosh, Angela Bassett.
Halle Berry, really
Storm.
the worst Storm choice ever.
Right. Yeah.
And I like Halle Berry as an actress. Don't get me wrong.
I like Halle Berry as an actress, but
not
like,
Storm.
she was not Storm.
Storm was a strong, like, do not come in my space type of woman, but graceful about it.
Right.
And they chose Halle Berry. She was a wimp in that entire movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was not a fan.
I was,
and I wanted to be. I really did. I wanted to be, y'all.
Oh, and then they messed up the Phoenix. Like, they completely changed the Phoenix.
I heard that. So that's why I haven't even seen it. I heard that, and that's why I have not even looked at it.
I didn't read the comics because I wasn't a comic book person. I was more of a manga person, or manga person, whatever you want to call it. But I watched the original cartoon, so I knew the origins of the Phoenix, and they completely altered it. They made her seem like she had multiple personality disorder, in other words. Or
oh wow, okay.
Not an alien took over her body. That's what they did.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, I was not happy because Phoenix is literally one of my favorite X-Men out of all of them, and they just completely ruined it.
Yeah, see, and I was like I'm one of those people that if like people that I really like respect or know, like understand or know the story are like, don't watch it, I won't watch it. Like, y'all know me, if you've been here for a while, y'all know I love me some Veronica Mars. And they like you okay, if you don't understand how strong the Veronica Mars fandom is, like we crowdfunded a movie and a whole extra season. And then, from what I hear, they gave us the most garbage season 4. And I was legitimately like, okay, I'm going to sit down. I think I'm emotionally ready to watch it. And as soon as I'm like, okay, I think I might watch it next week.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like, I wasn't extremely close to this fandom because I'm not the type of person. I don't really do the fandom thing. But I was part of the Shadowhunter fandom, or I should say the Malik fandom, which is the gay and bisexual couple in Shadowhunters. And when they canceled it at season 3, I was pissed. Like, I was pissed.
Yeah.
So,
see, and I was like, I want to watch it, but I guess I'm not gonna ever watch it. Okay, so yeah, I've never seen the teenage ones. Okay. Kaylee says Storm in the animated series was my fave. Yes, it's looking amazing. Amazing, y'all. I just love it. I was severely disappointed in Storm's role depth in the movies, right? Like, it was like, why is she there?
In the last movie. The last movies where you saw a little bit of depth, but it was like 2 minutes.
Right. Hey, so good to see you. I was just like, I need to respond to all her comments this week because I was looking at them. And you actually caught a live. It is a chill live. I'm working on this blanket.
Thank you, Michael. I didn't see a comment, by the way. Sorry.
You said what now?
Michael said something to me and I answered him. I said thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had put it up on the screen when he said it looked. He said it looked lovely.
I was in my range. I didn't see nothing.
Okay, yeah. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Ian says, it's been fun, but I gotta go. It's 10:35 p.m. here. My brain is out of power. Happy creating, everyone. Great. You have a great rest of your night. Get you some sleep, and hopefully you can join us for another one. Also, y'all, I drank that hot tea, and now I'm like over here sweating. It's a whole thing.
It's a serious problem.
Yeah, the movies made it that Jean Grey was so powerful that another personality popped in her head. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because Jean Grey actually isn't really that powerful, like the actual character. The alien that took over her body was actually the power of the Phoenix. Jean Grey was just telekinetic. That's it. And they changed it saying it was her.
Right. But multiple personalities is often a byproduct of sexual abuse, so that just pissed me off that they were going to introduce something that huge but not fully explored. I mean, it's a byproduct of abuse, period. Like, not just like sexual abuse. Like, I know people who haven't been sexually abused who dealt with DID. So yeah, but like, no, right? Like, it's something would trigger a split. It can't just be the like, I'm just powerful.
How? Like, she's just so powerful she split off. Like, that's not how that works.
Right, that's not that. Jabir says this is low key while I'm rewatching the cartoon. My nephew is getting into X-Men now that he found out the relations to MCU, so I'm trying to steer him in the right direction. Right.
Yeah, all I know is like they need to give Storm her movie. I think they gave Jean Grey her own movie. It's the Phoenix.
Right, and they said years ago that Storm. So when they did Wolverine Origins, they had announced that Storm was gonna get an Origins movie, and it never freaking happened.
Yeah, because that's the thing is that she needs to be the one that gets an Origins movie because she's the one nobody knows about.
Right.
Like we know where freaking Wolverine came from. We know his backstory. We even know Jean Grey's backstory. But
right.
Hers was so ambiguous.
Y'all made a good job to show us their backstories over and over and over. And like we never
I think if I remember right, she's from Africa. Somewhere in Africa, I think.
Yeah.
But that's all you tell us. Oh, she's just from Africa. She's just this random girl who's in America all of a sudden, but she's from Africa and she starts storms. That's as much as they gave us. I'm like, really? Really?
Right. We need a Storm backstory. We do. Thanks for explaining this. I didn't read the comics and the movie didn't quite explain what happened to JG, right?
What happened is she was a hot mess before and they made her more of a hot mess. They made her more of a hot mess. I'm sorry. I really, really dislike Jean Grey and they made it worse for the movie.
It's like I already didn't like her and they didn't help.
And I dislike freaking Cyclops because he's a fuckboy. I'm sorry, but he is. They're the worst two characters in the entire franchise. I'm sorry. You just are.
See, and I don't like it's been so long since I've actually like sat down and like cared to like go through all the storylines because like I was so disappointed because y'all told me y'all were gonna fix it. Like that was y'all whole ploy for the going back in time and making us sit through that dang near 3-hour movie. Like
hell, you even gave us Mystique. And Mystique is technically a villain, and you gave us more about the villains than you did about Storm.
Right. I was not okay with it.
I didn't actually know that about Storm from
Okay, I'm gonna go back to this. I just reminded me that I need to rewatch the X-Men movies and watch Logan for the first time. See, and I didn't watch Logan because I didn't want to cry. I don't do well with like things ending that I don't want to end yet. So I don't.
But it's so good. It's so.
I've heard that like everybody says like it was actually really good, and I just cannot do it to myself.
Best, like I mean, I am biased because I love Xavier. Like I'm okay with Wolverine, but I think people put him way too high on a pedestal.
Yeah.
It's Xavier's much better.
I think what happened is people fell in love with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and that became like the fetish, and not actually Wolverine as a person, and more so Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, for a long time, Wolverine has usually been like back in the day. You know, boys and masculine presenting people would usually go for Wolverine.
Yeah.
But even after that, it got worse because Hugh Jackman is a good looking man.
Right. I mean, he's an attractive man, so I'm not like for him. Like, I mean, he cool. He's not too hard on the eyes. You go.
I saw the guy they picked for Xavier.
That's what Australia be doing. That's what they do in Australia.
They picked for Xavier with the flashback. I was like, okay, I like this. Like he was cute.
No, I do. Like Storm was worshipped in Africa and actually married the Black Panther. She's got so many storylines. Right, like that is a thing. That's why I thought it was weird that they introduced because like is Nikita in whatchamacallit, but I don't know. I feel like we'll figure it out because they're gonna change the story up a little bit. So
X-Men has so many storylines, so many like timelines that like the one I know is the original timeline before they started adding extra things later.
Right, yeah.
So like, you can literally do anything because there's so many X-Men timelines.
So me and I are watching the MCU movies in chronological order, and we're learning so much, right? And so here's my thing. Like, I don't have time. Y'all make these hero movies so long. Like, I just be like, hero movies be long, y'all. And it's just like, I don't have, like, it's a whole ordeal for me. Jareer says, if memory serves me right, Storm was the daughter of an Egyptian national and an African-American photographer. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know all that.
Her parents died when she was young in an earthquake, and that's where my knowledge of Storm's backstory ends. Okay, I'm leaving for real. Be right back. Y'all,
Listen,
Wolverine could get it. LOL.
I'm not
Yes,
saying you
yes.
couldn't. I would step.
I mean,
I would go over there. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that, like, if the Lord was to be like, I put him in your life, this is your husband, I
If
wouldn't be
he
like,
offended me,
okay. I'd be like, all right.
think that this is the only man you can
See
have.
where you could think this would work, God. I can see where that would be a thing.
We're not gonna say no. We're not.
Like, I mean, if it's God's will, who am I to tell him he don't know what he's doing? Like, I don't know. Who am I, right?
Who am I to not hop on that? I'm sorry.
Right. The first few in the MCU were the usual length, and now it's 7 years long for each film. Right? Right? So, okay, so I know this is DC, so don't y'all jump on me like I don't know the difference between DC.
I don't know nothing about DC.
But the boyfriend was like, hey, let's watch the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. And so we get into watching it, and we like an hour in, and we pause because of something. And I was like, hey, do that say 4 hours? And he was like, nah. And I was like, nah, I think it says 4 hours. And he was like, oh, I don't know if we gonna watch this today. I wasn't prepared to give Zack Snyder 4 hours of my life. I wasn't. And to this day, we still haven't finished it because I was not prepared to give it.
Oh my God. I think we got the girl started.
Did we? Y'all are funny. If it's God's will, I'm just saying.
Right?
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. If the Lord could put Jason Momoa in my life, you know what? So I haven't seen Aquaman, but again, I saw the first hour of the Zack Snyder Justice League, and I was like, I see why y'all was talking about his movie.
You see, I'm not a huge Momoa fan, but I would hit that too.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No.
The Snyder Cut was a special event kind of thing. All the other DC movies are like 2 hours long. I'm sure I can get Toby's permission for Jason Momoa. I believe it.
I think.
I believe it.
Honestly, I don't really like. Honestly, out of all the actors, the one actor that I have the most love for is Johnny Depp. I don't give a shit how old he is.
Yeah.
The man doesn't age, and I would hop on that. So.
Just got back from my walk. How are all you lovely people? We're doing good. Okay, so for me, honestly, like if there was a person and like may he rest in peace, and I'm still like I still haven't come to terms with the fact that he's gone. I have loved Chadwick Boseman since Lincoln Heights when he came out as the brother that they didn't know existed and he was a soldier. And so following him from Lincoln Heights to 42 to get on up to like everything that he's done, like that was my actor. Like if there was an actor that I would be like I'd marry, like it would have been him. Like he's just.
I'm not gonna marry nobody. I'm just gonna hop on them. You know, marriage is my true love.
What'd you say?
I said I'm not marrying nobody but my true love. I'll hop on them though.
Yeah, no, I definitely would have married. I would have married Chadwick Boseman. I would have been like, you, sir, I will follow you anywhere. Yes, sir. yes, sir. But no, I definitely think there are like some actors that are just like super enveloping in their work and in their craft.
Yeah, like when there's a physical attraction, they're literally their presence.
Right, you're right. Yeah, like I feel like Denzel is one of those people. Like you cannot,
like
man,
he's just there.
Bro, and I don't care what nobody says. John Q.
Listen. I Robot, the shower scene. I almost fell out of my chair. Okay, I fell out of my chair.
I will never forget that. I'm not gonna bury my son. My son is gonna bury me. I was like, I felt that with my whole heart. Like, man. Yeah, I already got a pass for Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill. That's funny. Y'all are silly. I've watched Jason Momoa since the mid-2000s when he was on Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, he was on Stargate? I don't even remember.
I didn't know that. Chris Evans could punch me in the throat and I would say thank you. Y'all are childish. Does anyone watch Denzel's son and just hear his dad talking while he's acting? First of all, John David is a gift from God himself. Like, oh my goodness.
Am I the only one who, when watching The Pursuit of Happiness, when Will Smith was crying in the bathroom, I wanted to hold him? Like, that was probably one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen him in.
I'm gonna be man. Pursuit of Happiness is like Antoine Fisher for me. Like, it's a super good movie, but like I have to be in a mindset to watch because it is like super duper.
I'm not all emotional. Like, there's just certain movies you can be in headspace for, and that was one of them.
For sure. Like, if there was somebody who like I'm like thirsty over, no lie. And y'all can feel however you gonna feel, but if you are not a 90s black girl, you'll never really understand. Sammy is my like crush, like from I like the way you look at me. Like, he has been my crush since I was in elementary school. And that man has done nothing but get finer and finer, and his voice has got better and better as he has gotten older. And I not low key, very high key. So he doesn't pay attention to it.
You think you're that? I was less than after Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. So
I'm not about to play with
a real man. And I
saw a tweet one day, and it was like somebody, and I couldn't tell if they was trying to be funny or not, but they was like, am I the only kid who thought Johnny Bravo could get it? And I was like, yes, you are. You are entirely the only child who thought that. Yes.
I'm sorry, but Tuxedo Mask was my thing. That was my thing. Okay? I do not have any shame. None. I'll keep the animated white boy. Thank you very much.
I cannot stand you. I cannot stand you. Yeah, no, but like Sammy was like my go-to. And then when they did that strike one, caught you by surprise, strike two. When they had Lil Wayne, Lil Zane, Lil Bow Wow, like they had all them on that little Hardball soundtrack.
Oh, Lil Bow Wow was so adorable. He's good looking now.
Who?
Lil Bow Wow. He was so adorable as a little boy. I used to be like, oh.
Yeah, that boy got some emotional problems though. I'd be like looking at him like, I just cannot even believe you're an adult, sir. How is this a thing?
I don't know, but I'm over here with Tiny. She understands.
My partner gave me a pass for Chris Evans, and he has a pass for ScarJo. I love it. Oh, why are we childish? I know, right? Because we lusting after superhero actors. I never watched Pursuit of Happiness when it came out. I was too depressed and couldn't get in the right head. Right. Like, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the movies.
Serena has my first love, and I hate Serena so much for being the whiny guy.
Bruh, I wanted to drown that girl. I'm this little kid who's supposed to be all love and rainbows, and every time she would come on the screen, I wanted to strangle that girl because I'm like, why are you so dumb?
Man, that's funny.
I was all for, like, I was actually rooting for Ray in Tuxedo Mask, or Darian, but I wanted Serena to go away. Like, I just wanted her to go away.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was obsessed with Sailor Moon. Like, that was my show. You know, like, every kid has their show that they're, like, psychotic over. That was me.
I'm trying to think if I had a show when I was a kid that I was, like, crazy over. I feel like the closest thing. Oh, well, like, definitely like Moesha and the Parkers. Like, I was watching that every time that came up. Like, cartoon wise, though, I feel like the closest thing for me would have been the Proud Family.
Yeah, see, for me, when it came to shows, Moesha was on, but I never paid attention to it because I was watching, like, Sister, Boy Meets World. That was the live action show I was obsessed with Boy Meets World, and then I'd go to Sister. So I would, like, and Growing Pains. Those were the three that I would, like, go pick.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World was my favorite, though, especially with Angela, when they brought on the only black character.
I like Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World is funny, but, like, I didn't have cable growing up, so, like, UPN was like my existence.
Well, my grandmother required it. That's the only reason. She's like, I have to.
Right, and my grandma was like, you got cable money? And obviously I did not. So there we go.
I'm over here with Tiny. She understands how I feel.
She's so whitey in the English stuff.
I watch the Japanese one. She's still a little whiny.
You're gonna say Tokyo. You're whiny, lazy, inconsistent.
Like, she's still a little whiny in the Japanese one. I think that's just the way she was designed. But she was really whiny in the English one. Like, really.
Oh, wow.
But, like, I was like, how is this girl doing like freaking twirls and cartwheels with a blinking light gonna save the world. Like, really? Sailor Mars has fire. How is this girl with a blinking light gonna save the world? I would love to know this. And I'm like this little, like, 10-year-old trying to figure this out. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I was also one that knew there was something up with Sailor Uranus and Neptune. They were, in English stuff, they were cousins, but they're actually lesbians. And I'm sitting here, I didn't know what lesbians were, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like, I knew there was something wrong with this.
Something about this, though. This is not how you talk to your cousin.
That's not, you do not put your lips that close to your cousin. I know that.
That is funny.
They thought we were that stupid.
I feel like I've seen Sailor Moon in the fact that, like, oh, the channel changed on the show changed on Cartoon Network. It's a Sailor Moon. Okay, let's go back to Nickelodeon. Like, I've never seen like a Sailor Moon episode from like beginning.
Every single episode except for the one that they didn't dub, and that was because they essentially have 3 trans characters. That's why.
Oh,
yeah, the Starlights come out, and they're well, according to what I've seen and what I've read, they're boys when they're not in their suits, but then they transform into girls.
Oh, wow.
That one they never dubbed. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Every episode, I've had every piece of merchandise. I used to print out every piece of artwork. I was obsessed. I even had their bios. Like, I actually had little notebooks with the protective sleeves, and I print out their bios and put them in my little neat thing.
I hope the only thing I like knew in depth that well as a child was the Babysitters Club.
See, I didn't. That was the only thing. Nothing else got me.
At one point in time, like, I could tell you everybody's birthday, like first, middle, last, like like that was how into it I was. Like, I had almost, like, I got to the point where I had almost every Babysitters Club book she had like ever made.
I had their food memorized, their disliked foods.
Right. Like how many siblings they had. Yeah, I had the movies. I was obsessed with Ann and Martin. And then I saw that they were like redoing them and making them comic book style and whatnot, and I was like, this is disgusting.
And enough, okay, so I'm a Capricorn rising, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? Sailor Saturn, when I was a kid, was my favorite Sailor Scout, even though she only showed up in one episode of the English dub.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she technically was in the whole season, but she wasn't a Sailor Scout until that final episode.
Okay.
But she was always my favorite Sailor Scout, and that was before I knew anything about astrology.
That is interesting.
We're typically drawn to the planet that we're associated with astrology-wise, especially if you have a lot of it in your chart. You just won't know it.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 4 and 4. So what are we thinking, y'all? Now that I finally like finished.
About Jupiter, yeah, Jupiter. I like Jupiter, but I didn't like her ponytail. I don't know why I didn't like her ponytail, but I did.
So I'm glad you read this, because when I was looking at it, I was like, I'm gonna click on that because I got a question. Because I thought it said Sailor Janitor, and I was like, there was a Sailor Janitor? Tell me about this. What is going on here?
Okay, someone needs to make a fanfic called Sailor Janitor now.
Right? Like, can we talk about Sailor Janitor and how they could kick people's asses when they were just playing high school students? Yeah. I want to understand this.
Let's talk about that.
Let's have a conversation about it, people, shall we? Oh, man. That picture is coming through nicely. I really like the facial.
I know, right? I love it. And like, it's at a weird angle, so it looks a little strange in the video, but it looks really good. I like it.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm just taking a break because, energy. Gotta take a break.
Right. I can't wait to see which crystals you're gonna do for this one.
I haven't even figured it out, because usually what I do is I'll do all the pencil work first, and then I will kind of just sit there and stare at it until I figure out what crystals I want to put in there.
Okay.
And then generally, because like I said, I'm a psychic artist or intuitive artist, whichever one you want to think of. I won't look up what the crystals mean. I will just look at crystals and pick the one I'm drawn to. And generally, what happens is whatever the meaning of that crystal is, or whatever energy that crystal has, is the meaning behind the actual artwork.
I like it. I like it.
That's kind of what happened with the Bloodstone. Like, it happened.
Yeah, that was the latest one that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it because like one, I liked it because it was the color was so dark, so it was just a contrast to the first two. But it was like really, really, really dope. Like the color and the way that you layered it. We got a question for you.
Well, I mean, obviously it's not like a term that's patented by anyone, but essentially I'm psychic, so I channel things. A lot of psychics channel from the spirit world, universe, God, whatever it is that you believe. That's what psychics do, and they do it in different ways. You have tarot readers, they're psychics. You have mediums, they're psychics. I'm a psychic artist, which means that I channel through my art. So whatever meaning I'm trying to communicate, I'm not the one doing it. It's coming through God, or coming from God through me. So that's why I said what I mean. You weren't here earlier for it, but what I said is when I'm in the mode of art, I stop thinking. Like, I leave the room when I'm in the middle of art psychically, and my hand just goes. And that's God.
Haha, you get bad in the turn. Hey. Hey.
I could.
I mean, honestly, though, like, low-key, I'm with that because, hold on, like, so did you guys, I don't know if you guys remember this last summer, but it was kind of like, everything that was going on racially. And, like, there was this conversation about the term rage baking, because it was started by a Black woman who like was taking like everything that was going on, and instead of like thinking about it constantly and being upset, she was like, let's get our rage out through baking. So kind of like what we're doing, like using baking as self-care. And so a woman who definitely was not this Black woman, and definitely less melanated, got famous off of that term and off of doing that. And so while I know this is like, ha ha ha, but like seriously, because there are so many things that we say and we do that other people see and hear, and because they don't look like us, they spread a lot faster and go a lot farther and do a lot of things, right?
That's what happened with the whole God, what is it called? Own Voices movement. I mean, it was started by a Black girl on YouTube from BookTube, and the white community, especially the LGBTQ plus community, took it and ran with it, forgetting where it came from.
Right. And using it as a way to like harm people rather than do what it was actually supposed to do.
Yeah, my thing is just like give credit where credit is due, and also don't sit there and try to explain what something means to the group of people it came from. Like that irks me.
Rage baking equals fire magic. I get it. Yeah. And hashtag me too. Exactly. Like it becomes something completely different. And then because the other person popularized it, the original message, when it gets brought up, like y'all are missing, is like, no, you're trying to change the message. And it's like, no, this was always the message. Y'all changed it.
Yep.
So no, I definitely understand that.
It's all about sharing, but give the credit where it's due.
Or even like even the term intersectionality, right? Like all the things that we like that Black, especially Black women, have like talked about and been talking about for years, that finally are like other people are jumping on and are taking in a completely different direction. It's like, it's low-key infuriating, but then we gotta remember,
you have to sit there and say it all the time, but just acknowledge where it came from.
Right, just acknowledge, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, and just like she said, in the Me Too movement, it's like all these movements were started by Black people, specifically Black women,
right?
And everyone else just runs with it and acts like it's their thing, and it just infuriates me.
Right.
And believe me, I am not one of those people who's about separation. I mean, we all have different opinions, but I'm not about it. But give credit where credit is due. That's
right.
it.
Right. No, and that's it. It's like really simple. It's about respect.
Mm-hmm. But like, oh yeah, what she said, rage baking equals fire magic. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's fire magic.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Even when you go take a shower to de-stress, water is actually healing. It's actually holds the It holds the frequency. It holds the same frequency as love. Like love and water have the same exact frequency, the same exact electrical vibration. So when you go and take a bath and you are releasing all your pain and stress, that's because you are bringing love back to yourself and getting rid of, because the opposite of love is fear and stress and anger and all that comes from fear.
Interesting. I also think it's interesting that people don't know that the opposite of love is fear, because people always think the opposite of love is hate. Hate is just love misdirected, and a lot of times, like it's definitely
The reason people hate is because they're afraid of being hurt,
right.
so they
It's out of
connect
fear.
emotion as a protection mechanism.
It has
Fear
nothing to
and love
do
are
with
usually
that.
the root of everything. Fear and love, those are the two roots of everything.
Right.
And people don't understand that because people don't want to admit that they're afraid when they're angry. Like when I go into my rages, when I'm pissed off, I'll admit it. I'm afraid. It's just it's a subconscious thing. You go to anger, you go to hatred, you go to all of that because you're scared. That's it. And people aren't. And that's one of the things I'm trying to push, because that's how the world's going to heal. We need to admit we're scared instead of arguing.
I completely agree with that. Abby says, even little things like internet slang, which is mostly just AB or MLE for the British version, and white people take it and fucking spread. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I hear somebody be like, "That's a bop," or when I hear somebody and they're like, "You can catch these hands," or da da da, and I be like, "Do you even fight though?" Like, because if you're gonna throw hands, like, you do know that means like fight, right? Like, are you one of those people that would actually fight, or are you just saying that because it sounds good? Like, they're like, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, people pick up words and phrases. It's the age of the internet. That's what people do. They pick up phrases, don't know where they came from. I mean, it's the same thing. The black community has done it before too, so it's not even just white people. The whole wearing your pants down under your ass. That was a prison thing. We just ran with it as part of our culture when it really had nothing to do with being black.
Right. But it was one of those things that because there were a lot of black males in prison and coming back out to the thing, it became a thing that became synonymous with black men. So it wasn't necessarily like we think this is a black thing, as in this is more so what it was in that time frame. So that I feel like is a little bit different, because that's not the same as like little kids who have never seen Friday talking about Bye Felicia. Do you understand what the whole point of Bye Felicia was? Did you know that Felicia was a crackhead? Are you understanding that when you say that, like, that's where that comes from?
Well, that's what I mean, like what the thing I was talking about. That's exactly, at least on this side of the country. I'm coming from the other side of the country here.
Right. Yeah.
And that's exactly when I was a teenager, that's what all these little boys thought when it came to the slagging pants. That's even the black boys. That's what they thought. So I'm coming from that perspective. Like, it started at one way and then it spread, and then people after that don't know what the hell's going on. They're just doing it. And it's like all people do it. It's just
I definitely think indifference is worse. Like, honestly, like, I personally would rather I'm one of those people, I'd rather you be hot or cold. Don't be in the middle. I'm not one of those people that are in the middle. I don't like that. But that's just me.
Yeah, well, the thing with me is, like, with that one is that they're technically the same thing. They're just two opposite extremes of each other. They're polarizing. Because indifference doesn't mean they don't necessarily care. They're not letting themselves care because it hurts them too much. That comes from people who are empathic, who can't deal with their emotions. Anger comes from people who don't know how to control their emotions. Two opposite extremes, but the same thing.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the amount of healing I've had to do, and usually I'm on the anger side when I'm doing my healing, but they always talk about the indifferent one too, or the one that's avoidance. Like when you're dealing with people who run from situations, that's also an indifferent type of situation. It's a different one, but it's in the same category. They just don't deal with their emotions. They can't because it hurts too much. I mean, it's the same concept of why a lot of people say, I don't see color, because it comes from a place of hopelessness. They don't know what to do. And when I start looking below what they're saying and looking inward to the person versus what they're saying, you start seeing that it still narrows down to fear. It always narrows down to fear.
I can see that. Jabri is back. Hate can be resolved with education and discussion. Indifference, they already know. They just don't give a damn. See, and that's how I feel, right? Like,
I can
indifference is
definitely
more so
understand
about
that.
like not caring.
I can
Yeah.
definitely understand that. However, it's a perception that they don't care. You don't actually know if they don't care. That's where you have to draw the line, because
Yeah.
people make you think they don't care and they actually do.
Right. So I feel like if they're actually indifferent, then that would be, if they're pretending to be indifferent, that's a completely different situation.
No
But I
one
feel
is
like you
truly
have like
indifferent.
to
It
be
is
indifferent.
physically impossible for humans to be truly indifferent. That is a sociopath.
I mean, sociopaths do exist.
Yeah,
And there
but
are a
I'm
lot more in the world that we would rather, there are a lot more in the world than we would rather acknowledge.
and
Right?
that also comes from not wanting to deal with emotions. Because so even underneath that, it's still not wanting to deal with the emotions. So
Right.
it's
I don't personally necessarily care why you're indifferent. Just like you are, just stay away from me. I could personally care less. Like I just feel like at certain points in times, like there's only so much understanding I can have towards situations and people that don't exhibit that same thing towards me. Like it's a lot of work to be patient with people who aren't patient with you.
you don't have to be patient. It's just a matter of understanding.
Right.
You can walk the fuck away and not deal with them.
You're
Like,
right. And that's my thing. Yeah, you could be indifferent over there across the street away from me.
And that's what a lot of people make. They think, oh, unconditional love and compassion is having to know you don't have to deal with them. You can love them from across the room.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I love you from a distance. A continent or two would be nice.
Yeah, and that is like
this is being incapable.
I would just say it's a good thing to acknowledge that and not make a blanket statement about people, because that's when we start getting into ego and assumptions. Just acknowledge that that's probably what you're just seeing. That's not what you're actually feeling. And that's where we have to like adjust the way we see things. Doesn't mean you have to deal with them. Don't put yourself in the middle of a narcissist, even if they have a childhood pain. Right? Like you can be in an abusive relationship. You're not going to stay with that person just because they had a bad childhood. No, you take care of yourself.
Right.
Just acknowledge there's a reason why. Acknowledge that they just have not healed and then move on with your life. That's it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Cannot wait for your next live. Also, I'm not gonna lie, because you introduced me to Dr. Okorafor. I have been fiending for the third Akata story, and like I follow her on Twitter now, and I'm like, are you gonna let us know that it's ready yet? No, it's not ready. It's not ready. So I've been waiting for that.
One thing you guys will know, maybe Shay knows about this, but I'm one of those people who I'm a Virgo. We'll just put it that way. I am a Virgo. Okay. I will sit and educate you. As long as I'm making a practice of not doing it unless I'm invited.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm not tripping. Okay, so we are coming up on the 2-hour mark anyways.
Oh yeah.
So, and you kind of like low key just been talking and stopped drawing. I've like peeped that for like a cool second now.
Oh yeah. I got distracted. Like I seriously got really distracted.
Right. So I was like, hey, so you want to keep going? Or you like, hey, I'm ready to call it a day? How you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. I was just, like I said, I just got distracted. We can keep going for a little while.
Yeah, no, we were like talking about some good stuff. So
yeah, I just got
like really, that's the fun part about these is it's just like a free for all conversation. It's not like super structured or nothing.
But that's the thing is me and you, even when we're like talking privately, we get into these conversations. Like we get into some deep conversations, y'all.
Right. I know, right, man? I'm not gonna lie. I got super excited because like after I finished the first one, I was like, this is the first YA fantasy book that I have read, and I feel like it's fantasy. I could be wrong if I'm not like, well, I feel like it's a type of fantasy, but I could be wrong. And I was like, I love her. She didn't do anything that didn't make sense. Everything made sense. I love her. And like, I like devoured the book and the second book because y'all, I just, these YA characters be bothering me. Like, I be like, y'all brains don't work. Like, what is going on? And Sunny was not that way. So Sunny is definitely one of my favorite literary characters at this point in my life.
I did not say hi to this random writer that said I hadn't thought of indifference as being incapable of dealing with emotions. Interesting.
Oh,
Like
you didn't say hi to Jules? I'm sorry. Yeah, she's been here for a while. I thought we did. I'm sorry.
you
Jules,
probably
if
did.
we
I
didn't
wasn't
say
listening.
hi, I apologize. I
But
thought I said hi because she was streaming earlier and I missed it.
you might have, and I just didn't hear you. I don't know.
Ah, okay,
When I go into my rants, I don't hear nothing.
okay.
I really don't. And why is she saying surprise? Is she back?
No, because I was saying before when I saw that she was leaving, I was saying thank you for her putting me onto that writer and that like I just knew there was gonna be a book 3 and like no, it's not there. Like, no, I gotta wait. Surprise.
Point is
Drea
though.
does a lot of videos on like astrology and like what's going on like in the with the moon and the earth and stuff. Like I love like watching her stuff. Like I don't know, you know me, I don't know a lot about it, but I'll watch it and like listen.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Dira. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Dira.
Drea.
Okay, so I'm a Scorpio moon. We'll just put that out there. I'm sure you know a little bit about that. And this Scorpio moon, I thought I would be more emotional than I was. It was like I was emotional, but I was able to deal with it. But the Libra full moon, I was a hot mess. It was
But
crazy.
ain't was all about balance.
Yeah, it's because like when I was talking to Spirit back then, they were telling me that I needed to balance my emotions because being a Scorpio moon, I'm an extreme. Like people who have Scorpio and their moon in Scorpio have emotional extremes where we can't like we're always like this constantly. And so that's what it was about. That full moon was about bringing me into balance with myself. So I stopped going through those emotional extremes, but still felt the emotions. Because I would either just shove down the emotions and they would spill out randomly, or they would, or they'd spill out randomly. So I had to learn how to feel them without going into the extremes, if that makes sense. But the Scorpio moon, I guess, like the final step into my balancing out. She's still here.
Okay, I missed it. Oh my gosh, January 2022. Okay, I just got to see where Akata Woman is book 3, January 22. I said surprise because you said you didn't know when it was coming out. So I said surprise. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to add that to like my like Goodreads thingy. Yeah, I don't know how excited I just got. I mean, it does mean I have like a little bit over half a year to wait, but still, it's coming.
Oh, my rising is Capricorn. Listen, this year's just been a hot mess for me. Like,
ooh, look at you, 23:15. All right, you have a great day. Glad you were able to catch a live stream too. Thank you so much. You are such a sweet person. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, go enjoy your time with your wifey and finish your life weekend. Enjoy yourself. Bye. Thank you so much for coming.
yeah.
Also, I am now up to 9 rows on this square.
But if you go into Capricorn, I will straight up say that Shay is the queen of Capricorn.
You know what? Didn't nobody ask you to tell nobody that? Golly.
I didn't give him details. I'm just gonna say she's the queen of Capricorn. Okay.
And I'm definitely a Sagittarius. This is just so sad.
You want things done? Go to her.
Goodness gracious. No, every time I look at that chart, I'm like, there's something not right
that's making me angry. You don't have as many negative aspects as most people do. That's what drives me insane. They're there, but they're very few. Like, here, I'm not even kidding. She has like 2. 2. There's like 2 red lines. That's it. But it's okay. I accept it. I will not be petty about it. And I'm over here with all kinds of negative aspects everywhere. Like Virgo just hates everybody in my chart. We'll just say that. It hates all except Mercury. That's the only one it doesn't hate because it rules Mercury. So
okay, I'm entirely too high. I'm gonna go turn this air on. I'll be right back. Yeah, somehow it's 79 degrees in my apartment, and that was not at all what I had it set on. So I was like, let
That's
me
not
turn it
acceptable.
on. This is not okay.
See, here I am ranting again. You started me on astrology. See, it's not my fault.
You know, I was just trying to connect you with another black woman that be into it. I wasn't even trying to get you on a roll. I was like, let them connect.
This is what happens when you do draw and don't talk to anybody all day, except for
Right.
God. Or you're just talking to God all day. And you know, generally, it's not communicative back to me unless it really has to be. So I'm like talking to myself. There's like a few times I'll get an answer, but it'll usually be through like a bird. And birds don't.
Yeah. One of those signs and wonders.
Yeah, well, that thing is, Mom, in my 10th, Libra's in my 10th house, Mercury's in my 10th house. There's something else. Oh, my MC is also in Libra. So, you know.
Oh wow.
If you don't know what
I said,
MC
oh,
means,
wow, like I even know what that means. Let me stop. I don't even know what that means. I said, oh wow, I don't even know what that means. So let me
MC on the chart, it means it's connected to your life purpose.
Okay.
Like, I don't know the exact details because I've only skimmed the surface of astrology, but it's connected to your life purpose.
Okay.
Like this full moon, I think, is in Sagittarius. This next coming full moon is in Sagittarius.
Interesting. When's the next full moon?
Oh, well, it's aspecting it.
It's
Oh,
when?
it's Sagittarius. I think the next new moon is in Taurus, if I remember right. The next full moon is in Sagittarius, and then after that, the full moon is in Capricorn.
That'd be interesting just to see what was aspecting it. Oh, okay.
I can't remember what the dots were. What are the dots? Funny thing, nothing is really aspecting my Libra or my 10th house except for I can't remember what these dots are. Hold on a second.
This is where I go back to like focusing on crochet and let y'all have your conversation because I'm like, I don't know. Aspecting what? What you aspecting?
Aspects like how they interact, how the planets interact with your personality.
Okay.
Conjunct? No, it's not. Is that? See, some of these symbols I don't get. It's not that I don't get it; it's that I don't remember what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I have to put it into them. Okay, it's the angle thing. It's that symbol. I can't remember which aspect that is. I can't remember if that's a bisextile or whatever they call it. You can tell I don't know these names.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking this orange yellow.
But yeah, Libra is one of like. There's nothing really aspecting it. It is doing. That might be a bisextile or something with Jupiter and Gemini, but that's it. And that's in 6th house. So most of my negative aspects are between my Capricorn and Aries, Sagittarius and Virgo, and Scorpio and Leo. That's where most of my negative aspects are.
So now part of me is thinking like, I like this yellow orange, right? So what if this next one, this is yellow, and the next one is red, and then I go back to orange, and then I go back to red, but yellow is always the alternating color.
See, I love Virgos too, but sometimes I'm a hot mess. Because I am a Scorpio.
So many dang Virgos, it scares me. Like I was like, why am I attracted to y'all? I don't understand it.
Well, see, Virgos are great. The problem is that when we get judgmental, that is what the problem is. We're naturally judgmental when we're not self-aware, and it's not that we're being judgmental on purpose or to be hateful to people. We want the world to be a better place, but sometimes when we go too far to our shadow side, that's where the judgment comes out.
Okay.
So, and because I'm a Scorpio moon and I'm my petty emotions, that's when the judgment and the pettiness come together and they have a party. That is my problem.
Judgment and petty. Oh, that's a little scary.
Yeah, petty and judgment together. Yeah, it can help, but if the naive don't want to listen, that's when we're banging our head against the brick wall. It's like literally banging your head against the brick wall. That's my life. But then again, I'm also banging my head against a brick wall of my own judgments because I judge myself harsher than I judge everybody else.
Right.
I'm working through it. I'm not as judgmental as I used to be. I used to be really judgmental. And I didn't even know it. But I am who I am. And I'm a beautiful soul. And Virgo's the best side.
Now you got that daggum Jesse McCartney "Beautiful Soul" song stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
I just want you and your beautiful soul.
Oh, so I found something out today. Or it may have been yesterday that I didn't realize. But like, okay, so it takes a certain amount of years to transit. So it's a generational planet. So everyone that your age has Pluto and Scorpio. Everyone our age.
Everyone our age has what now?
Pluto and Scorpio.
Okay.
So pretty much all millennials, for the most part. There's probably a few that don't, because I'm not exactly sure the year cutoff, but.
Okay. This is why I love astrology, because they help you to develop, heal on an intimate level. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing that people don't understand. Like, this is why I hate the whole horoscope thing, because it's completely been like people don't trust astrology because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what people don't realize is the whole sun, moon, and rising, and all the aspects and all the planets. They're technically all of the signs. The signs are a representation of all archetypes of man. And wherever you have a planet or whatever house it is, it's how you interact, how that archetype interacts in your life. And that's what people don't understand. Astrology is a blueprint. It's the blueprint for the vibrations that affect human life, energies that affect our life. That's all it is. So it's not going to tell you exactly what you're going to do because you still have free will, but it's going to tell you the energy signatures your emotions have that are going to lead you down certain paths. That's what it does. And once I realized that, it helped me, and it helps a lot of other people, put more, like, what did I say, emphasize the aspects of their chart that are positive and be self-aware of the positive aspects of their chart that are negative. You don't want to cut those out because that's your shadow, and you need to integrate that. Shoving it down is not going to help. It'll just make things worse.
Oh
and that's why I get into like rants. People like, I don't believe in astrology. I'm like, that's because you don't know about horoscopes. That's why you don't believe in astrology, because you don't actually know what astrology is. Yeah, 1995. Okay, so it did. All right, so anyone born after 1995 is not. Or not, is not.
Yeah, because that's when Gen Z starts at like 96, I feel like, anyway.
Yeah, so anyone born between 1980 and 1995, I think, all have Pluto and Scorpio, which I was reading about Scorpio, and it makes perfect sense. That's why the millennial generation is such a hot mess as a whole. Like, we all have the same problem, we just manifest it differently. Because Scorpio's a very, I'm not going to deal with fake shit type of sign. So everyone in the millennial generation pretty much looks at the boomers and said, "We're tired of you lying to us. We want change." And that's where that energy comes from. But the problem is that the boomers aren't changing. So then they say there's something wrong with us. So then we internalize it, which is where the Pluto thing comes from. Because Pluto's about the dark side of you, the shadow of you, the pain inside of you. So we internalize what the boomers telling us is something wrong with us, not what they're doing. And that's why you have so many millennials who are homeless, why you have so many who are apathetic, indifferent. That is why you have a whole generation like that. Because of the Pluto Scorpio effect. It has to be healed. Yeah, I hate the freaking thing. I cannot open up. Oh, it's fun reading them. It's a lot of fun reading those horoscopes. It's just, I can literally, like, I'm not the best at it. I'm definitely not like well versed in it, but I can pretty much peg a person pretty well just by knowing I can peg a person by knowing their 3 main signs, and I can also peg a person's struggles in life by knowing where Pluto is in their chart, and also knowing what it's negatively aspecting. So it's like, obviously you're not going to know a whole person because we're more than just astrology, but it's helpful understanding. It's a helpful understanding how to interact with that person. It's also explained, like, I can tell you straight up why Virgos rarely ever dislike each other. Because we understand that we're judging you because we care. That's why we always get along with each other. We're the one sign that always gets along with our own sign. I think Sagittarius is the other one that gets along with its own sign.
I've never met a Sagittarius like that. I like just don't get along with. I prefer number Sagittariuses,
but I make a joke that, but that's just because Sagittarius are flighty. They don't stay around long enough to find out.
Shut up. Anyways, whatever.
It's just an archetype. It doesn't mean it's your. Like I said, that archetype you do not have. This Capricorn.
Right. That's definitely not me. Like, I like to travel. I don't like to run away. There's a difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the Capricorn in you. Around you. But if you get someone full on Sagittarius, you will not be able to catch them at all.
Yeah, nah. I need to be like... And honestly, like, I do feel that I would be more flighty if I wasn't in a relationship, right? Like, if me and Paul weren't together and I, like, moved, like, I probably would just be anywhere, everywhere, gone all the time because I wouldn't have a reason to be still, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I get that in that concept, but I feel like if I have a reason to be still, I'm going to sit my tail down somewhere and be still.
A lot of that's because, like, we talked about where your Venus is.
Right.
There's a big part in it. I'm not going to tell the whole world where your Venus is, but you remember what I told you, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah, so. See, mine is in Leo, so I need, like, big ass, like, I'm talking rose petals on the bed, champagne, chocolate. I want the fireworks show that says I love you in the sky. Not really, but I'm saying that's Leo Venus. We want the big gestures.
Right.
So depending on where it's signed, that's why you're able to stay still on top of the Capricorn. The Capricorn helps out.
This is looking really cute and bright, and oh my gosh, the sun is out.
Oh, sociology work and astrology together. I'm sorry, I heard what you said about that, and I see it. It's beautiful. But look what you said.
Yeah, no, right. It was originally an interest for myself, but now I'm seeing how this is going to trickle into my sociology work.
Oh God, like astrology can help in most, like all fields that deal with people, all of them. Like I love it. And you're a Leo rising, okay. That's why we get along. The personality that you project is the personality that speaks to my heart. And see, that's why me and Shay get along so well, because I'm a Capricorn rising and she has all that Capricorn.
It's not going nowhere.
No, the part is, I attract Gemini because we both rule Mercury, or Mercury rules both Gemini and Venus, Virgo. because it's the planet of communication, and both Gemini and Virgo are all about talking and communication. But I cannot deal with the emotional crap of Geminis. But that's only because I'm a Scorpio moon. We just can't deal with it. And also, and then I can't, and then I, even though my North Node is in Pisces, right? How messed up is that? I'm a Virgo sun, but my North Node is in Pisces. So I'm already set up to fail.
That is, I don't know nothing. How messed up is it?
Virgo is the exact opposite of Pisces. They are exact opposites on the wheel.
Okay.
Like your polar opposite is Gemini. Is that Gemini? I think so. Yeah, Gemini. So they're usually, the way that they deal with things, the energies that they have are always exact opposites of each other. So like Pisces are very psychic, very emotion based, very go with the flow. Virgos are very, I need to control everything. So my instincts are telling me I need to control everything, but the only way that I'm going to find happiness in my life is by going with the flow.
Interesting. Right? It is. It's like, oh, the sun is out. No more rainy days over here. I like it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sag is opposite Gemini.
When I sit on my lap, it almost covers over both of my thighs, like over the top of both of them. So it's getting big.
So you probably don't deal with Gemini as well, as well people who are extreme Geminis.
I'm trying to see extreme Geminis. I can see that being a thing. I could like think of one off the top of my head that I don't vibe with like that much. But like, yeah, because I really don't know that many Geminis. I can only think of two that I know, and one, he's just so different. I couldn't see that, like me and him not vibing like that. But yeah,
but it also depends on what else is in his chart. Like I said, everything else affects your
right. It does depend on that too, for sure. Yeah.
I'm talking like if you met someone.
I feel like I really know two Geminis.
I knew two Geminis, friends that I had, and the only reason I attract Gemini is because of the Virgo aspect of my personality. But I can't deal with them emotionally because, okay, so Geminis tend to be, I'm going to say this, it's not saying that they don't feel, but they're insensitive. They come across very insensitive.
I can see that.
Air signs. I think they're air signs, right? Gemini's an air sign. We're going to go with that. If I'm wrong, correct me, Vera, but Gemini is an air sign. And I'm a double earth and a water sign. And air signs tend to be very flighty, also tend to be very condescending. They're very condescending.
Gemini, Sun, Mercury, and Venus.
Really? See, now we're going to have a conversation.
It's like, we gonna need to talk now.
I forgive you because you have a low rising. I forgive you. But like I said, it depends on what you have. But the Geminis, so I had two friends who were Geminis. Suns. So I get along with Gemini suns, but I don't know about the other ones. Like I don't know about Gemini rising, and I don't know about Gemini moons. I've never met Gemini moon.
Okay, now I want to learn how to crochet. I want some pot holders. Man, I need to make some new ones to match like how I'm redoing the house. So I'm trying to decide on the colors I want in my kitchen. But yeah, I need to make some new ones because I want them to look good. So yeah, no. But I love crocheting pot holders, and like with this stitch, as you see, like we've been doing this for 2.5 hours, and so like this is obviously big enough to be a pot holder by now. And it was kind of big enough to be a pot holder at the end of the first hour, really. So, like, an hour, make 4 of them. You got 4 pot holders in 4 hours. Like, that's not that bad.
Well, I'm just mouth over here. She's just making blankets,
Right.
I like to talk once you get me started on the subject I want to talk about.
Yeah. You said what now?
I said I like to talk once you get me started on the subject I like to talk about.
Right. Question. So, because we've been talking about the colors, so about the idea I had. So, with like orange, yellow, then red, then go back to yellow, then go to orange, then red, and it would just be Orange,
It's
like yellow would be
sunburst.
the intermediate color, but then I alternate between the orange and the red. What do we think
That'd
about
be
that?
cool. That'd be like a sunburst or something.
Right, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Like it could look like that. Which I'm not entirely sure how much red I have, so that'll be a whole thing to check out as well. But still,
Yeah.
right? I went to Walmart and none of them was matching any decor. Right? Like you have to like figure it out yourself because like they only have like generic looks, and I feel like they base the looks off of the ones they have off of like Pioneer Woman or like whoever's like home stuff they're trying to sell, and those colors don't really ever work for me, like ever. But more than making blankets, I really want to get on this making clothes thing because your girl be wanting to save money so bad, so bad.
I just want a summer dress.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. I knew when you said summer dress, you were low key saying you wanted a summer dress. I
So
knew that that's what
again,
you were
to
doing on the
reiterate,
low.
that I want a summer dress. Okay.
I know, right? Okay,
I'm
so
not
you like
shy. Okay. Not shy. Well,
right?
depends on the situation.
Yeah, nah, you said it on camera, so you could be like, so you can't act like you didn't hear me when I said it. It
Exactly.
was
I have
live.
motives behind everything that I do.
Right? Oh yeah, nah. I be peeping what you doing. I be like, oh, okay.
At least
I
I'm honest
see.
about
Right,
it.
I see what this is.
Like
Just
I don't
all
do
roosters,
this pressure.
right? And I mean, like my grandmother, my adopted grandmother, her like roosters is her theme for the kitchen. So there are like roosters everywhere. And whenever I buy her something for the kitchen, it has a rooster on there. But like, does everybody really have rooster kitchens? Why is this a thing?
I always
Like,
try to figure that out. Why is it a thing?
why is that a thing? Like, because of eggs? Like, I just don't understand it. It
Like I
wouldn't
get
be
like being on a farm, why they would do that, but why would they
right. But
extend it
you
to
live
the
in a city. You don't have chickens. You don't even have dogs. There are no animals in your house. What is the purpose of this? Explain it to me,
it's like
please.
people who buy cacti when they live in the desert and there's one outside their house, but they have
Right, like what are you doing? Why is it? I mean,
why?
I can see if it was like some other succulents that don't necessarily grow there, but like for
Yeah.
real though,
But really,
come on.
like feral cactus, you can't just have one. Like there's one right outside your door.
Right, you didn't want to just like use that one. I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
Jessica, hey love,
Like,
how are you? Guess what I did today before it closed? I filled out for the Worldwide Write-a-thon because I wasn't on an emotional hiatus this time and missed the last one because I'm an adult. Yay. I
I'm over
also
it.
don't have a preference. So I was just like, yeah, I'll do everything except for this day because that's boyfriend day. But other than that,
Yeah, because boyfriend.
right, boyfriend, of course.
I can't blame you. If I had one,
Right. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
uh,
Whole thing. And like the best part is just that like we like to watch like so much of the same stuff. So like or read so much of the same stuff. So it's like there's very little like we always have something to do rather. Like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't get boring.
well, that's always good.
Right. Well, because, like, like, it could have with how much we've been on lockdown this last year. Like, dang, I'm tired of hanging out with you. I can't hang out with nobody else. No, that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I see your name out there. I'm glad you're not emotional hiatus anymore. I know, right? Uh, it's just emotions taking me over. Yeah, so I know that that was a remake that Destiny's Child did, but I've never heard the original. I only know the Destiny's Child version.
Uh, oh, you want to go out? Okay. My cat's over here staring at me.
Ah,
It's had the door closed because my mom won't hear me talking over the TV because I can get loud.
right. That is always a thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to have to get up and look and see if I have some red. Because if not, then I'm gonna just be on stuck mode till I can get to Hobby Lobby. And we all know Hobby Lobby is not open on Sundays. Dang it.
I just cannot with the whole closed on Sundays stuff.
Man, I mean that just guarantees your employees got one day they don't have to work a week. I'm fine with that.
I mean, yeah, true. True. I take it back. I relent to your logic.
It's like, you know what? I respect that. I can respect the fact that like people be like, I'm mad Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday. Well, you know, part of the reason why they can give y'all that great service is they don't have to work that day. They know there's one day a week they ain't gotta serve y'all with smiles on their faces and say my pleasure.
People are like, don't give me that logic. Let me whine. Damn.
Cause I promise, man, I feel like there is a like Chick-fil-A support group for like all the employees. They're like how they feel when they get off of work and we don't have to act this way no more. Like they probably I feel like they love it, but at the same time, you know how it can just be exhausting to be in that customer service mode all the time.
I used to
Like
work
yeah, I
customer
feel like they
service.
have like round table discussions about their shifts and whatnot.
Never again will I ever work customer service. I'm not built for it.
You can come. Hold on. You can come in here, Titan. You're not in trouble no more.
Like, I'm just not built for it. I almost had like a mental breakdown a few times, so I'm definitely not built for it. It's okay. I'm built for making pretty pictures.
I feel like Titan is really gonna make me get up and bring him into the living room because he don't want to just come when I'm calling him. And I feel like I want to be like, well, buddy, you could just stay in there if you're not gonna open the door yourself. Customer service took me out the game, y'all. I sent it. I put it in the chat when I had this live stream the other day. But there is this dude who did that. You know how like the is it the theme music for on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like when you're down to the question you're asking it, and it's like people say this. Then why don't you do this? And it's like a dude, and he's talking about customer service stuff.
Oh, I remember that you sent it to me. That was
It
ridiculous.
is hilarious. I died. I laughed so hard. Like it was the funniest thing I'd ever
Oh
seen.
my
It was
god,
just so
Jessica!
accurate.
Look at
With it.
Jessica.
I told a lady on the phone once to stop interrupting me and try and try to let me solve her problems or I was hanging up and she was on her own. Man,
Oh,
bruh, I be
one
feeling the
time this
same.
girl was like screaming at me on the phone, and I was just like, "Are you done?" Because I got something else. I can do something else, and you can deal with this on your own. Oh, she shut up real fast.
Right? Like when I worked at call centers, like I was like, I really don't like talking to these people because like, bruh, I just got to this company. You've been here for 3 years. That's not my fault. Like I'm sorry they've been messing up your bill and you didn't look at that till today and it's been wrong for 2 years. I'll do what I can, but bruh, that's not my fault. Don't come at me sideways.
Yeah, like, one time I did straight up tell them, I was just like, I just work here,
Right? Like
okay?
I hate when people get mad at you like you made the rules for why they can't get help. Like, do you honestly think if I could help you, I wouldn't help you? Like, nah, they don't let me. They are in the business of not refunding customers' money. I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, don't get me wrong. If I get somebody, because like being someone who's worked in customer service, when I call customer service, if the person has an attitude before we even get started, we have a problem.
Right. And like when I get like, and I'm one of those people because I remember what it was like to be on the phone. Whenever I do get mad, and I know I'm not mad at the customer service person, but I'm just pissed off. I'll be like, "Hey, yo, like I'm upset, but I'm not upset with you. I know this don't have nothing to do with you. I know this had to do with the last person I dealt with." Because I try to be like sensitive to stuff like that because
Yeah,
I
I
remember
do.
how that felt, and I remember being the person on the other end of the line. But also, like, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. But when I had a bad day at work, I still acted like I had some sense because that's what you're supposed to do. Or if I had a bad day where I didn't think I could act like I had some sense, you know what I didn't do? Show up. Like I didn't. Like I'm not like you can't make me feel bad because this is the job you got. Like you chose this job. You filled out that application. You went to that interview, not me, honey. That's not me. But you know, it'd be a whole thing. But I do. And I'm one of them people that I've never liked the sentence, the customer is always right. I've hated that
because they're not always
my
right.
whole life. Like, nah, like sometimes y'all just be dead wrong, bruh.
Yeah, or sometimes you did something and you just don't remember you did it.
Right. Or you do and you denying it, and I'm looking at it like, bruh, like, I didn't drop this phone in water. You see that sticker that's red there? That
Working
sticker is
like
an indicator that the phone has been put in water in some way. So maybe you didn't. Maybe you just took it in the shower with you and listened to music, but it got a little red on it and we can't replace it. Next.
I remember when I used to work for Verizon Communications, and somebody had ordered porn, and they were calling in to say they didn't, and I could literally see which TV ordered it, and it was their bedroom. And I'm like, really?
Right. And this is what I'm saying. When I come, I'm like, I'm just frustrated. I'm not mad at you. Like, I understand. And like, I'm one of those people that once you make it clear you can't help me and I realize you can't help me, just send me to the person that can. Cause I don't want to hold up your time either.
Yep.
I don't want you sitting on the
Like,
phone, running up your handle time.
When I
And
love when they try to pull, I am the supervisor. I'm like, first of all, no, you're not.
you're
Because
not.
I know the
I didn't call the
supervisor.
supervisor hotline. I'm not slow. Don't play with me.
And then on top of that, being someone who's worked in customer service, all of the procedures generally are the same no matter what the company is for supervisors. You didn't do that one. So give me to your supervisor. Oh,
Right.
then
You probably did talk to your supervisor, and you know what they did? The same thing mine did. See if you can de-escalate the customer. like, like that's the message you got. Like, I know you're trying. You're not gonna get me from not being mad. So go ahead and transfer me, sweetheart. Like, just save us both some time. I don't want you stressed out at work because I'm mad and not at you. Let
But
me help you, boo boo.
like actually, in all seriousness, I don't get that many that are bad. It's only occasionally. And
Right. Yeah. No, it's only occasionally. And honestly, like I feel like it's been less bad since the pandemic.
everybody gets to work from home, so everybody's happy.
Right. Like, I feel like I haven't had nearly as bad phone interactions with people since COVID started as I did previously.
Well, those call centers are soul sucking, though. They are soul sucking.
Oh, they are. Like I feel like, man, I feel like call centers are meant to suck the life out of people.
They are.
Like,
They're not meant to be a job you retain. That's why everyone who works there busts their ass to get to a different position. They're not
right.
Or they
low stuff. Right.
like they're not meant to stay. They're not meant to stay in those kind of jobs. No matter how good the pay is, they're not good for your mental health.
But they're not, and that's why the pay is so good because they know like they need to give you some incentive to doing that. And like, why are almost all call centers like dark and gray? Like, don't be no color and no nothing. It just be boring and it make you want to fall asleep and not answer calls.
They're trying to kill your soul so that you become more popular.
This is why we want to disintegrate your soul with our gray walls.
Like, we are the board. Pretty much what it is.
Right.
So I never again. I'm gonna shit if I'm sleeping in a box.
Yeah, like for me, call centers were always like a great way to stack up money because like you got like an hour long or a month long training session and you getting paid decent money just sit in the classroom and learn whatever it is they want you to learn about their product, and then you on the phone, and the first few weeks on the phone you don't really got to do nothing. You just got to pretend like you're trying. So it was always
did that with 2 call centers.
When I'm like, dang, I need some good money for a couple months.
That's what I do. Like, seriously, I straight up only
stay for the because it was just like overall, I can't do this long term. It'll kill me. or I'll kill somebody. Like somebody gonna die. One of the two.
6 months. That was the longest I stayed at one, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't.
I want to say January to November, so 11 months is the longest I've ever been in one. I'll be right back, y'all.
The subject we talk about, we go from talking about like, what did we start with? Superheroes, sexy superheroes, cartoon characters, to astrology, to call centers. Doing it this way is easier. That's why I turned it around. Part of it was I was tired of doing this. So. Lumpy stick figures. That sounds interesting. I'm not sure how that would look. But thank you. I actually stopped doing this for a long time and came back to it. Well, we'll just say that 2019 to now has been a hot mess for me. So.
Sorry, I had to let Titan out because he still didn't come out. I'm kind of dying at your art, by the way. So pretty. I can't even make stick figures. They look lumpy.
That's why I was laughing. I'm just like, I don't even know what a lumpy stick figure would look like.
Man, that's some talent right there, Jess.
Yep, just
make. I can't even make stick figures. You making lumpy stick figures? That's an anomaly, girl.
Make some money,
right? But yeah, now Titan's out of the kennel and making noise. Don't go back in that room. You just came out of that room. Don't go in my room. Don't do that. He legit just looked at me like, are you sure you're saying don't go? Yes, boy, don't go in there. Now I want to go draw the most relaxing thing in the world. Too bad I need to keep writing. Man, I understand that for sure.
This hair is just like really, really relaxing to color.
It is. It looks so pretty. I'm gonna blow it up for a little bit. I just like people get a better look at it. It's so pretty. I just got so mad, y'all. Why did I just realize the boyfriend was on lunch a whole hour ago? I'm just now seeing it.
Because we are more important, not really.
And now I'm about to get chewed out. Yeah, I could have been caking and stuff. It wasn't even. Oh, look at that.
Oh, thank you, HK. I know that was a delayed response, but yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah, I saw that he had said he responded to my text, but I didn't know he sent another text after that, and it was just sitting there. Mm. Didn't I tell you not to go in my room?
Probably can go for like another half an hour, but then at that point,
Well, I was gonna stop at the top of the hour, or like at the top at the once we hit the 3 hour mark, just because
oh,
that was a lot longer than what we intended anyway. So
I didn't even know how long we were streaming. Like that 48 minutes went by real fast.
right, that part.
But some of it is because, guys, I don't talk very much. Like I'm by myself most of the time. Like I'll sometimes, send a message over to Shay to bother her with my rambling because I need to tell somebody something
Right.
before I explode. Like
Nah, my watch thinks I got 10,000 steps in today.
I gotta make dinner, which would probably be the soup I have because.
Yeah, no, I need to fix me something to eat too, and I haven't decided what it'll be.
Oh, by the way, the chocolate. When is it coming?
I will have to check.
Because I have to make sure that I know it when it gets dropped off because it's gonna melt if it sits outside.
Right. Yeah, yeah. No, I was gonna send you the screenshot once I got all the confirmation and stuff figured out. So I will get that to you.
Okay. Because I
ASAP.
was thinking that earlier. I was just like, crap. If they sit outside, that's gonna be like
Right.
bad
Yeah.
chocolate and
Yeah.
caramel.
I don't know if y'all have an Amazon where Amazon delivers to you now, because Amazon like delivers more here now than like our local post people. So
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of Amazon deliveries. The problem is like they don't knock; they just leave it.
right, and that was why I was saying like, yeah, I didn't even think about that because that's been happening a lot more now where I'll have to get the notification on my phone. It's like you couldn't just knock.
Yeah, like I have to like literally look at my phone. Like I'll get the notification will say drop off, but I don't have your account, so I wouldn't know.
Right. Yeah, no, crochet is great for step count. And then I'd be wondering, like, so the calories that it thinks I burn on days crocheting, am I like burning those calories because like my hands are moving? Like, does that count? Or is it my legs have to be moving too? I have so many questions.
Well, I mean, you are
I'm burning
moving,
some calories doing this. Like
not
I
as
know
many
that.
as you are actually walking, but
Right. And that's my point. Is like so because I feel like it's estimating the calories thinking that I'm walking. So that the calories they think I'm losing might not actually be accurate. But then I also think don't they base it off of your heart rate? And I don't think my heart rate is accelerating at any point. I mean, it does
like,
when I get passionate about like maybe something we're talking about, but in general, it's at the same pace because I'm like relaxed AF.
right?
I feel like I can't. Okay, I'm just making sure I can see.
You know what? I'm totally calling people out right now, but I think it's hilarious when like you have people who are chatting and you know who's still chatting, but then you see the number of people watching and you're just like, that doesn't add up. Who's creeping?
Right, who ain't talking? Ain't nobody
Creeping.
talking. But hey, like sometimes it's just people like watching because they have it in the background. Also, I'm
Yeah,
90% sure I'm one of those people because there's a tab open
I'm one of
on the back of
this.
my computer. Yeah,
I'm just
so
calling people out for no reason because I can't.
right.
It's like it's okay, keep creeping.
Oh
I've done it too.
yeah, you don't you know the rules. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And you definitely starting some.
Shh.
We starting
I need a little
some.
chaos in my life.
I see that.
Well, I did find out, like, you don't know anything about this. You'll know even less about this than astrology, but there's another form of astrology, and it's called the human design.
Mhm.
And apparently, my human design, I'm the type of person where if I get too bored, I will subconsciously cause chaos.
Yeah.
And I
I'm the
just,
same way, Jess, and I hate it because then I have to go pick up my phone and like go to the app and then pull it up to comment because I'm watching it on my TV. And like y'all see how often when I'm streaming, there's like something on the TV, a stream going on the back of the TV. So like that's me all day watching y'all. I don't like to watch on my phone.
see, I don't really watch live streams. I
Yeah.
rarely ever do. And usually I'm watching on my phone or my tablet. I'm not
Mhm.
there to talk, I'm there to watch, so I don't say much either. I'm totally picking on people for no reason.
Yeah, and you know me, I don't care. Like I watch it because they're entertaining, and sometimes it's just like to support the person, right? So like I'll have it going, but I won't necessarily be paying attention to it. It'll be like, hey, I want this person to get their watch time in.
Oh, I watch a lot of spiritual, like
Ah,
astrology
yeah.
and just well, all of it's spiritual stuff, self-help stuff. So sometimes they'll go on and they'll do a live or channeling spirit or channeling their guides.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
watching it, planning on like talking to anyone in the chat. I'm just there listening.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a completely different thing for sure. Yeah. Live streams are kind of like my extent of socializing outside of my family. Just because like I don't go nowhere.
I don't socialize at all except for with you. So
Well, I mean, hey. It is what it is. If I gotta be the person you social with, I'll take that.
I keep my circles tight. Hell, I didn't tell you I deleted my Facebook a week ago.
Oh
Like,
wow.
because my
Yeah,
thing
no.
is, like, why am I keeping these people? Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that
Why
was
am I keeping these people in my life when they don't go out of their way to talk to me?
right.
I'm drama and people gaslighting each other and fighting and political. Like, why am I here? I'm not even on there.
What am I gaining from being on this platform?
I was just like, if these people want to talk to me, they either have my email or my phone number. They can contact me. If they don't reach out, then they weren't really friends. So I just shut it all down. So I've just gotten to a point where I'm just like, if you want to be in my life, you'll be in my life. Point blank.
Yeah, I feel like you honestly have everybody has to get to that point with certain people in their lives as they like growing who they are and whatnot. Okay, so my goal was for this to get to be at least 10 inches by the time we're finished. And I think I'm almost done with this row and then I can measure it and see.
And by the time we finish, well, I won't be done with the hair, but it'll be colored in because I still have to like blend it and shade it.
Right, right. All the other things that come with the artistry that you do.
Yep,
I'm
and my hair.
intrigued. So this will probably be finished before the next time we do a stream, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be next Sunday, which is a week. So
Right, yeah. So you probably finish it this week is my thoughts, right?
probably, I mean, I still have the one behind me to finish, but until I get paintbrushes, and that's going to
Right.
take a while because it's so much bigger.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this usually only takes like the part that takes me the longest is the color. The pencil doesn't take very long
That makes sense.
because I have to do, especially if it's different shades of crystal, like the fluorite one, the first one that you saw,
Mm-hmm.
because that was like 5 or 6 different colors in the crystals. It took a
The
lot,
one that was like the green and the purple and the blue and
and the darker blue, and then the
yeah.
bloodstone one had like 4 different colors in it. Or actually, no, it had 5 because it had teal in it for like the lighter sides of it.
Yeah.
But crystal, this might be a single color crystal. I don't know what kind of crystal it could be. So this one might be faster than those were.
Right.
It just depends on what my guys want me to portray.
Right. All right, you want to go ahead and do your outro, tell the people about you and whatnot. And I know I have your channel below, but if you want me to like link your Instagram and stuff, I can do that too.
Oh yeah, you can definitely link my Instagram because my Instagram I post more often. I only post like maybe once a week videos if I get art because I only post if I get art done. So yeah, my name is Martha. I'm the intuitive artist. I have a channel. It's linked down below. Um, I also have an Instagram that's also the intuitive artist. I post spiritual stuff, art, plants. I also have a garden that's just random photos of and just inspirational stuff. Sometimes funny stuff. It just depends. And yeah, I do art. I have a website. All of my art is available for sale. If you go to my channel, my website's linked there. But yeah.
Awesome. I'm trying to make sure I got your. Yep, there we go. Your Instagram name, right? Control C. Oh, why do I have caps lock on? Give me a second. And then it's MarthaPenningtonArt.com, right?
Yes. Pretty straightforward.
Okay, I'm just making sure that it is all there.
Oh, I should probably also say this stream will happen again next week on my channel, but it'll be 11:11 my time, which is that 2:11 Eastern Standard.
Yeah, 12, 1. Yep.
So yeah.
Yep, that will be that. And as you guys know, my name is Cash Shay, and this is my channel, Shay with the Hobbies. I'm also putting these links in the chat, so if you guys want to click on them, you can. But this has been the first 2021, I think, Self-Care Sunday that we've had. I'm glad to be back and in effect, and thank you, Martha, so much for wanting to do this with me and co-hosting with me. We have talked about everything from superheroes to astrology and people we had crushes on when we were children. Like it has been such random conversation. It's been hilarious. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I was looking for the dang tape measure so I could tell y'all how long. Oh, there it is. I rolled it up. That's why I didn't know. Okay.
But what I was saying is, thank you for letting me rant for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Titan, I didn't ask you to come over here. I don't think that. Do the people want to see you? I don't feel like they want to see you right now, sir. Okay,
Yes, sir.
hold on. So from one end to the other, and it's a square, so it is approximately, no, this isn't sitting straight. Okay. It's about 14 inches wide right now. So that is good. I'm excited to see where it goes. But thank you guys again for being here. You guys have been awesome. We will see you in the next one. We always want to see Titan. Come here, Titan. They want to see you. Come here. Come here. No, not on the rug. Good boy. Come here. Come here. This way. No, if you knock over my orange juice, we're going to have problems. Come here. Yeah, here. Yeah. Okay, look. Hold on. See, hold on. Yeah, okay, Cleo. Hold on. I didn't say you, but you're going to come too. So come here. Yeah, come here. Okay, come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah, okay. Say hi. Say. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Oh, my gosh. Okay, see? This, Jessica, this is all. Yeah. Okay, so, all right. We're going to say hi, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Oh, my dog is trying to get to the screen. That is so funny. Yeah, hi, baby. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. All right. That's my hair, bruh. Okay, see? All right. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Bye.